What's going on, people? Anybody home? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Anybody, please? My Lord. This is who we are, mate. This is who we are. It's a Chelsea thing. So I'm here for the people, okay? I am done with frustration and everything. I just made a video. I don't have the energy. I'm here to listen from people, to allow people to talk. That is the reason why I'm here. So if you feel like coming and talking, you have to come now. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go and do something else. Take everything away from bloody Chelsea, right? You know, I just want to take my mind away from Chelsea. So I'll be here as long as you want me to be. But if it's not, what's the point? You can comment, send your question or something, or call us. Just do something, right? Ah, Lord. Why? Why always us? What is going on with this club, man? What is going on? So I just made a video about my reaction on the Green Turf YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, you can go there and check on the video. Or you can just stay here, send your question, or just listen to my blah 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 for a little while. Like I said, I don't really have energy to get mad anymore. The season is over. For me, a season was going to be okay if we can qualify for the Champions League, top 4. Now the top 4 is almost gone. Top 4 is almost gone, bro. Oh, this club, man, this team. So 2-1. Even Chelsea official Twitter account here, they're just staying away from like commenting too much because people are gonna just get mad. And we were leading. Chelsea were leading in the first half, 2-1. The second half, come back from Villa and we collapse as always, as per usual. Same old, same old. Peter, what you saying? He said that these owners need to go. Yes, Maresca can do better, but a lot of players are average. No center forward, no top goalkeeper, no experience, no nothing. They care about profit first. Yeah, it's a good comment. It's a good comment, even though they haven't really got any profit yet. They are just building for future profit, because buying Casadei for 20 million and selling him for 10 million, you can't tell me that they made any profit there, huh? They've been just stupid, throwing money around for no reason, really. They haven't really made any kind of profit, let's be honest here. But they are building profit for the future. And that is not good, because you have to build success now, and then you can build for your profit in the future. At the end of the day, Chelsea is a business, and they need money to spend money. We don't have a sugar daddy anymore. We are not owned by a country. We have to produce our own money. So it's normal that they can find some profit. But in this stage, you have to start by getting success on the pitch, and then you can think about profit in the future. They're not going to take any dividend for 10 years. Just in case you didn't know. No matter how much money you think they are making, they're not going to take one dime from the case because they took this club debt-free. So they're just being stupid, spending money on prospect, on hope. They might perform one day good, and then we might make money. Out of 1,000 players that they bought, only Cole Palmer so far is showing something. Even Malo Gusto is just declining. Lack of coaching or lack of something. I don't know what is happening with this brother. I don't like when they play him as inverted in the midfield. Today he didn't invert. He was as a fullback, but still let his man. Still loses his man. Still distracted, not tracking back, and then we conceded a goal. Always Malo Gusto. So you ask yourself, the problem is in many areas, pretty much everywhere. Even Cole Palmer is not doing anything at the moment. Even Cole Palmer lost his mojo. The body language is gone. It looks like his head also is gone. He's thinking about me again in the Conference League next season. No, man. When I see Morgan Rogers playing the Champions League, the champion, and you are in Kazakhstan on Thursday, think about it. For the player of his quality, he will start thinking about it. Even though we know that he's in the jail for 10 years, but if the player don't want to play for you and he forces his way out, he's going to get his way out. If Real Madrid come calling, another club that want to give him trophies and qualify for the Champions League, they come calling, I think he's gone. You agree, but what? You agree, but you can't neglect the squad. Instead of Amogu, even bring back Ugo Chuko and Petrovic back. There is no need to spend anything even with them. We could do better. Yeah, I agree to a certain extent, but bringing people back from the loan also depend on the manager. Come on. He's the guy who comes out all the time and say, I'm very happy with this squad. The reason why I signed for Chelsea because of this young team. Brother, you can make whatever theory you want. They didn't back him on the transfer window, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Do you think that Ben Chilwell is a bad player? Do you think that Renato Vega, Chukwuemeka, Joao Felix are not good enough for this team in the right system to give you something at least? Think about it. What's going to happen if Kukurea is injured? But we had them. We had Chilwell there. We had so many options. The manager said, I'm not going to use them. I don't care how much money you pay them. If I don't want you, I don't want you. They brought him Joao Felix. So you can focus your attention on they didn't bring anybody. Or you can also expand your thinking and say, wait a minute, but we had players here. You playing them out of positions. You frustrate them all the time. How do you expect to get the best out of them in that crap system? So they are for me, I like to talk more on the pitch. What is happening on the pitch? Because what is happening in the office? For the sporting directors, the owners, I don't have any control. I can yell, I can insult people now. It's not going to change anything, right? But what we can change is on the pitch. He's the guy who been choosing bloody Robert Sanchez every single game, even when he makes a mistake. He's the guy who will come and defend him and throw everybody else under the bus. Madueke, blah, blah, Jackson, throw them under the bus to defend somebody like Robert Sanchez. So you can blame the owners and the director. It's too late. You know, the window. Yeah, Aziz, go on.
Nah, I just coming to say, hope you are still backing your manager and the club and the owners.
Make your point without blaming me, because I
I'm
don't
not
hire
blaming.
anybody.
Did you see me blame you? Did I say Mr. Host?
Because
I'm
you
just
say you hope that I still back them. I always tell the truth. I am backing them when they do good, and when they don't do good,
So
I have
all
to be
those
honest and tell them.
Okay, you want me to talk because
Yeah.
I was keeping it. I didn't want to say what I want to say. If I say
Go
what I
on.
want to say, then
Go on.
the waiting. Like I said, all those players, they all can't crash together. I don't care no more about them. They are all useless. From the goalkeeper to the coach to the owner, they all can all go to hell. I don't fucking care no more. No team management. All the players telling all the players to run forward. Nobody holding the midfield. No holding midfielder. No, you understand? Everybody just playing kick and follow. You saw Kopama was not in this game. A good tactical coach would have removed him in second half when the game was still 1-0. Bringing a holding midfielder who can hold the midfield. No, you didn't. Until they scores. Yeah, that's why he was not reacting. Like I've said, I want this coach gone. I want him gone. I don't even want to see his face. I'm done. And that useless French player we have, I'm going to say my mind. I don't even care no more. If anyone says it's racist, that useless French player we have, he should go back to where he came from. I'm done. I'm done with all this shit. You sold all the good players to bring in trash.
Okay.
You sold all the good players to bring in trash. You replaced a good coach to a mediocre coach, to a championship coach. And that MF was saying rubbish. Oh, we played a good game. We didn't take our chances. What fucking chances do we have? Like, what the hell is this coach doing? What's he teaching them all day? Aston Villa played a game in the midweek, so they're meant to be tired. What is he teaching them? And this stupid board is coming and we are backing this coach. To hell with the board and the coach together. I want the fans and that stupid Mikel coming out that, oh, we shouldn't go and protest. We should back the team. What's there to back about the team? They should go out there and protest. We don't even want to watch the games no more. They should go out there and protest. All them were infused.
Peoples.
I've said my mind.
Peoples, go on.
You know, watching that second half, I've never seen a team give the ball away so much like Chelsea. Every single pass forward from the halfway line was to Aston Villa. I was thinking, was this sabotage? Was this on purpose? Is this match fixing? What the hell was going on there? That looks so fucking strange. Every single pass to the Aston Villa guys. The Aston Villa guys think, what? They give us the ball again? What? They give us the ball again? Counter-attack. I don't know what the hell's going on with that team there, but it looks like they're playing against the manager. So first half they showed up. Second half, I don't know if they got arrogant or cocky or what the manager told them at halftime. The second half was a disaster. The
coach doesn't teach them shit in second half. That is my problem. Every second half they beat us throughout this season. They beat us every second half because the coach doesn't tell them nothing. So if Chelsea don't score 2 or 3 goals in first half, we are done. And I said it from day one, this coach is not good enough. He said, now we need players like Felix, players that can do something, that are still natural. You didn't bring them. And something I noticed about this coach is that if he sees you're a world-class player, he's going to sell you away because he doesn't want anyone to, a world-class player can challenge him that, no, this is not his meant to be. You feel what I'm saying?
But Aziz, is it fair to say that there are some players on that team who are untouchable?
That team is useless.
There's some players that team as a coach thinks are gods. Some gods who will not be substituted, won't be dropped.
I've been saying it. Why is Kowi still playing in this squad?
That is the problem. This is why they all become lazy and think,
why is Malo Gusto still playing in this club in this moment? But if I talk now, they'll say, "Oh, I'm saying something about French people." I don't even care no more at this moment. I don't care if anyone say I'm racist or anything. I just want that boy out of my club. If he go back to France, I don't care no more. That boy is useless. Did you see the ball he was meant to pass to Cole Palmer?
Yeah. I saw it.
And
At this moment,
when he passed
at this moment, no, I'm going to say something again, Mr. Host. I'll say something before you cut me off. Before you, let me say something.
When he
let me say my mind. I want to say my mind. What? I don't care what people say. Oh, I'm being racist. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying how I feel. That guy is the worst French right back I've ever seen in my whole life. I've seen better right backs in France.
He can take him conquer with him.
They can all crash together. I don't care no more.
Okay, let's listen from other people. Mr. Le Français, and then
yes, good afternoon to everyone. Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, Mr. Republic.
Honorable person.
I think it's time I need to change my name to Chelsea Positive Talk or Chelsea Heart Attack FC or something.
We think you're smoking
I understand that we are losing games in and out, and then we are so angry. But we need to keep our self-respect. Like, we need to calm our nerves. We need to calm our our aura. Not because of Malo Gusto, we're gonna lose control like this and that. Because if we being honest, you have this made football club in the Premier League rotating their squad for Premier League games. We, Chelsea, we are rotating our squad for Conference League games. So the mentality is starting with the management and the directors. And then also, yes, it's true that we have this young squad. I said it on Twitter. These guys are not young kids anymore. They've been playing for Chelsea for 3 years. And if they're still making mistakes, they are average. I agree. They are average. They need to be out. But at the same time, what is the coach doing? Why can't we play a normal formation football? I even get confused. We are always having to complicate football. Do we have Pep Guardiola in this squad as our coach? Let's keep things simple. That inverted Chelsea, this squad, are we even an attacking team? Because I'm not seeing attacking parties no more. What I'm seeing is a tactical squad. Pass the ball. You get to the final 6, makes the score, and then come back and defend. The coach is doing too much with this squad. We are meant to keep sometimes football simple. Let the right back be a right wing back. No, that's a right wing back. Let the right back just go front and back. Keep it simple. Because while we are here complicating things, it's always the opposition who keeps it simple, who end up doing what? Whipping us.
Yeah,
we were never meant to be playing football like we are prime Barcelona. Like, that's never been Chelsea.
We are not in that level yet. We just need to keep it
Mr.
simple.
We will never get there. That's not our identity.
Yeah,
I don't think we will ever play that kind of football. I've been a Chelsea fan since 2010, so I'm fresh at it compared to you guys. But when I was watching this club play, we were more defined as a defensive club. We were solid, strong, and then we were scoring goals. We were remember, guys. They used to call us plastic players, plastic fans, because we used to get hurt and still get back up and play. We used to be strong. And
okay,
now,
so can I greet other brothers so we can go around? Yeah, let me greet other brothers and we're gonna go around because we have so many even waiting in the waiting room. Mr. XYZ.
My brother.
Yes.
Man, it's gonna be a long run. If you are waiting for Chelsea to win the league in the next 2, 3, 4 seasons, my brother, you are just wasting your time. Okay, now first of all, for me, I'm just gonna blame the establishment. the people that thinks that they are the one that control this world. The people that believe that they can control any country and do whatever they want. Those are the people that actually deal with Chelsea in terms of the war within Ukraine and Russia. That's what got us here. Just because Abramovich is a friend to Putin, they frustrate his life. They force him out of England and they force him to sell this club. He sold the club to an American. That's where our problem begins. Abramovich, Chelsea is just a project for Abramovich to just go and have fun. When it comes to profit, I don't even think he needs profit. He's just doing it like he just enjoys. He loves the club. He's spending his money. Whether he makes money or not, he doesn't care. Any best player in the club, if Abramovich wants you, he will get you. That was the reason why we got the calibers of players that we have back then. People that can fight for the badge, because he just loved the game. But now you have another set of owners that they just want to do business.
Okay, so my brother, we have many people, so I'm not being rude. I want to greet everybody pretty much.
Okay,
let me come back for the conversation, okay?
Okay.
So we got your point. Stay there.
I have a lot to say.
We have a long show, so don't worry. Go back to the point, and then we go to another person.
Mute. Yeah, I'll mute.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Just be there. You have your time, bro. You have your time. Brother. Mr. Victor, introduce yourself.
The world. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. This is Victor here. I don't know. I think I will blame Oz first because Oz knows that when I'm here, the first thing I do is try and pick up a fight with him. But when I remember, I told you some time back, we don't have athletes in Chelsea. We don't. Everybody else knows all you have to do is run at Chelsea. All they do is pass the ball because nobody has the temerity to actually bulldoze any midfield or any back line. We don't. We don't have the strength or the IQ to do any of that. The two people that cost up north of 200 plus million quid that we bought in for the middle are incapable. The best that you can expect from Caicedo is some tackling here and there. But his passing ability is woeful. Fernandes wants to go forward for no reason, and this coach hasn't seen the likes of Fernandes before, even though he's one of the poorest midfielders I've ever seen in Chelsea. He scores one goal, he buys himself 2-3 months of playing. I can go on and on. Everyone knows that we finish the ball. We just get the ball and pass it to the side. If your team can only boast of one IQ player in Palmer, and he himself will also not go and collect any ball. He just wants the ball to come to him so he can do those curly things he does. He's smart on the ball, but he's not going to tackle anybody. He's not going to dispossess anybody. You have a problem. You let Vega and the rest that at least can give you athleticism go. I mean, who in the world keep the guy he brought from wherever he came from, Leicester, whatever, and let this guy go to is it what is his name go to
Milan? The guy
Juventus.
who went to Milan or
Milan or Juventus or wherever they are now. Our midfield, the guy that we bought recently, that was there before, and we bought him again. I've forgotten his name already. It just escaped me. Felix or whatever his name is. Yeah, Felix.
He went to Milan.
I mean, he may not even give you the strength, but there's a reason why Pep Guardiola keeps the Bundu ones and the rest.
Bobby.
Let me finish this point real quick.
I'm passing a message, Bobby.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the link in your DM because you can't get the link here. Okay, you can continue now.
Okay, no, I'm going to finish so that others can come in. Yes. I know you have a lot of people waiting. So the problem is at Chelsea, and the thing is, this is what I'm going to finish with. Almost every Chelsea channel in the world, almost every one of our supporters, even folks that are here, and I'm not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, but I think that we are misdirecting our blames here. It is not, these folks came in and spent almost £1.5 billion. It is not about the money. People think that they are just trying to sack. It is the players and a coach who doesn't know how to use them. I think that you should understand the league. This is a mediocre at best coach. He when we were doing well, he went out there and said we were not ready. What, are we shocked that they are now showing us their true colors? The expectations are low. He is the face of the club. And he is going out there and saying you are 2 points away from Liverpool. And he tells the whole world that we are not ready. What kind of pressure do you put on these billionaire young players? Millionaire young players. What kind of pressure do you put on them to go out there and perform? When you are telling us that they are not ready. Then now they are showing us our true colors. Their true colors is they are not ready. So we should just shut up. Because the folks that we have put up there, they supply the money. They have invested in this club. Yes, they've not built a stadium. But if you tell me that when they came in, they haven't spent any money, you are being ungrateful. They spent the money. We have the so-called players.
On the wrong players.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. But
they spend the money on what?
But the coach allowed players to leave that can contribute immensely
I agree
than
with
the
you.
players that are here.
I agree with you because some of the players could have helped. Like, let's say Ben Chilwell, for example, Renato Vega, Chukwuemeka, Joao Felix, all of them could have helped if you are good coach. You can twist the system to fit good players. We're not saying that.
If you give Ugochukwu a chance, he will be passed by like when you have Enzo in the middle, when the balls are coming at him, nobody's afraid of Enzo. If you have these athletes, look at what is happening at Crystal Palace all of a sudden. Because the coach went there and it's like, you are athletes. You are going to go out there and perform. Look at what is happening at Everton. If you have athletes,
can I greet other brothers and we're going to go around?
Of course.
All right, Mr. Mohammed, very quickly, your introduction and who are we blaming today? And then we're going to go to Mr. Ayman. Please, thank you for waiting.
Yeah, no problem. So, basically, for me, today, like this one has to go to the players. Okay, not most of the blame, but today this game has to go to the players. I felt like really like Nkunku non-existent. Like, I'm sorry, but this guy Nkunku, no matter where you play, I just feel like he doesn't want to be in this club. He doesn't show the intensity, at least like showing like he wants to try. Not at all. He's just there, to be honest. Like, no
but
intensity.
Who put him there, bro?
Yeah, Enzo Maresca. I know that is his fault.
Who play him from the winger position? He's a number 10. Who is playing him from there? It's Maresca, huh?
Yeah.
So we all know, you and me, before the game, if I ask you what position Nkunku plays and would you like to see Nkunku, you might say, no, I don't even want to see him on the bench. You know it, I know it, other people know it. If you don't play him as a number 10,
we know that he's just a passenger in this team. He's doing nothing.
But you put him there, right? And I know what you're trying to push here, Mr. People Republic, like whatever, he's just bad. But you're not like a Bundesliga top scorer for no reason. Like, try him even one full game from that position and let's make narratives. You never ever try him from there. But he's playing everywhere and he's been scapegoated by everybody. And we forget about the entire structure. It's the manager who put him there.
So you're going to drop Cole Palmer and playing Nkunku is a so-called natural position.
Cole Palmer also been poor. Today you started by a narrative here. Oh, did you see how he didn't pass the ball to Cole Palmer? The only time he passed the ball to Palmer, one-on-one with Emi Martinez, what happened? What Palmer did? So you always focus on what pleases you
but
or what fits your narrative.
Which position does he play today?
Exactly.
He plays as a winger. Do we really need a winger? We have professional wingers there. Sancho could have done that probably better for the entire game. Tariq George is there. Taking Nkunku, leave him home. Leave him home instead of exposing him and blaming him. Leave him home. I'm not even defending him. I am saying that yes, he's been poor, but we haven't given him even one chance only. Even Cole Palmer is one leg. He's gonna play 90 minutes. Joao Felix still there on the bench. Nkunku still there. Why can't you just try them for 40 minutes? Give them even 30 minutes in that position before we jump to conclusions. That's the problem. So I know it's not going to fit the narrative, but that's the way it is. Mr. Ayman, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm here. I wanted to ask you one question though before I start. I wanted to ask you, Do you think it's the manager's fault? Or do you think it's the players' fault?
Say it again, please.
Do you think it's the manager's fault, like Ange Maresca's fault, or is it the players' fault?
All of them. For me, all of them.
Can
Starting by the owners, the sporting directors, the manager, the coaching staff. How the hell somebody, they have video analysis, they pay them do analysis. How anybody can't coach that bloody Malo Gusto to stay in the far post all the time? For years, I've been begging here. Far post, far post, far post. Everybody
No,
can
but
say,
I'm trying to understand.
Oz,
Which
the question
position
was,
Palmer play
the
today?
question was, who is to blame?
That's what I said in
then
many
you said
levels.
You said that it's all of them.
Yeah.
But you focused in your answer, focused in directly on the players.
No, listen.
Okay.
On
And
the
if the players are
manager,
not
listen.
performing,
Not only
it is
players. Where the coaching staff is. When you show them videos, they have videos that they show them. Malo Gusto, 9 out of 10. He's going to lose his men and he's going to stay there, not even following, and it's going to be a goal, and he puts his freaking hand on his hips. That's what he does. I've been saying this for almost 3 years. Has nothing to do with the manager only, but you, the manager, and all the people that we are paying to do analysis and to bring videos, anybody showed him how many goals he caused? Arsenal, whatever, Manchester City, Liverpool. Every time that brother is in that position, he always does something incredibly stupid. But what is that is coming from? The manager. Because you can, Josh Anchampong is there. Josh can play from that position, try to change stuff. So that's why I don't want to blame just one person, because the manager and also the players.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
So honestly, like, Ange Maresca did change a lot this game. He tried something new this game.
Mhm.
He tried Gusto as a wing back, and like, he doesn't really have that much options, especially with a thin squad. Like, you're not gonna say like, oh yeah, let's play Josh Arteta, from now on. Gusto play back. Josh Arteta is like 18. He hasn't really had very good professional experience. Gusto's probably, like, apart from Reece James, he's like probably our best option at right back, because Gusto, I mean, we have seen what he did last season, and I still believe in Gusto. I still think he did get ruined by the inverted fullback thing. I always knew this guy was better for overlaps instead of, being in the midfield, because he doesn't really have the ball retention to keep the ball like that.
Yeah.
But back to about the game, like, I feel like we started the game very, very well, but the problem is our depth is like, it's gone. Like, all the players that usually would rely on Renato Vega.
Who
João
decided to get
gone.
rid of them? The manager,
The
for
sporting
not
directors.
using them. Yeah.
The sporting directors, they took them out. The
No,
ones.
because the sporting director, if you, the manager, you don't use the players, their value is going down. So I'm not convinced that they spent 50 or 60 million on Joao Felix and tell the manager not to use him. They were obligated to send them out so they can have playing time and keep some kind of value. That has nothing to do with the sporting director, bro. Yeah, I don't see, because they brought you players. It makes no sense that they're going to tell you, we just brought you players, but don't play them. It's Maresca who can find a way to play them.
But the problem is, like, this summer, like the last summer we did, was mostly project players.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why the problem is in general. But now let's focus on the window is over. The sporting director, there is nothing we can change. On the pitch now is where we have to improve and finish top 4. And the manager is responsible, number one, not to come up with a plan or to do the right thing and help us win. So,
but you have to give him credit. He changed the formation. They actually had a plan B today. First half, they were very, very good. Second half, they switched off. So you have to give him some credit for changing something at least. We've been crying out, try something different. And you saw today, Reece James in midfield, what have you, blah, blah, blah. At least they tried. but they run out of energy, they run out of concentration, or maybe I don't know whatever happened there. But second half was a disaster.
Okay. Well, let you listen from other players. Mr. Ayman, we cut you off at some point. You asked me a
Yes, true.
question, and I went for 2 hours. Frustration. What you wanted to say, bro? Go straight to the point so we can get the other people. Yes.
To be honest, kind of agree with what CFC Mohammed said. Because Nkuku, this guy, he doesn't want to play for the badge, and I feel like that's also Enzo Maresca's fault. Because if you're playing someone who doesn't want to play for the badge, what's the point? You know, because you're not going to get a result out of them.
Yeah.
Another thing is, one thing that one hot take that I will say is I don't think Sancho can be that one left winger, you know, that we can rely on to score, you know, when we need someone to step up, you know, if Palmer isn't doing well. And I feel like in the summer, you know, since AC Milan, you know, got knocked out, I feel like we should really push for Liao in the summer. Because I feel like Liao, he would want to come to the Prem because Serie A is looking too easy
Yeah.
for him.
That's a good point. But Leao is one of those players that can frustrate you easily because he always does the right thing, but when it comes to like in front of the goal, no end product. But I got your point of Leao, and so you're suggesting like we shouldn't take the option. It's gonna be an obligation if we qualify for the Champions League, but it's gonna stay an option if we don't qualify for the Champions League by Sancho. Do you still want Sancho, or you just send him back to United and get Leao?
I would keep Sancho because Sancho off the bench. I mean, I know today he absolutely ghosted off the bench, but I feel like he still can bring some flair off the bench. So I think we should just keep him.
Okay, so last question for you because I want to take some other people. Are you still confident that we can finish? What position do you think Chelsea can finish this season?
I still think we can make top.
Oh yeah, I see. Bobby is waiting. Sorry, Bobby. I will take you now. Yeah, go on, Mr.
With our form right now, I mean, obviously not looking that good, but I feel like we'll bounce.
Realistically, what position we can finish?
Realistically, I think we'll make Champions League. I think we'll get Champions League football.
Top 4
I think,
or top 5?
yeah.
Okay.
Top 4, yeah.
Yeah, you are very, very optimistic.
Very optimistic.
Thank you so much. Mohammed, you wanted to say something before I take somebody else, bro? What position do you think Chelsea will fit?
Look, I feel like we will. What is it called?
Get what?
Results. I feel like what is it called? We'll get results. You know, I think we will pick up form. I think when our injuries, like when they come back, I feel like we will play better. I think, if you want my genuine opinion, I feel like Nottingham Forest will fall off, and I feel like we might be somewhere 4th or 5th, and if we finish 5th, I think since we have what is it called? Yeah, I think either 5th or 4th, to be honest.
Okay, it's good to hear some optimistic fans here. Thank you, my brother Mohammed, for helping the show. Now we are going to see Bobby. Bobby, go on. You've been waiting forever, brother. Sorry, I didn't see you. I was, I'm so frustrated. You know, my glasses here. Don't think that I'm drinking, right? I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking like 10 years ago. I'm just so frustrated. My eyes were so red, bro. Like I was kicking stuff around me. Go, man, go. Bobby.
Yeah, coach. Sorry. I'm working on the very, because I can't log on to you.
Okay.
I'm struggling with a device that's working on an echo. So I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Oh, that's good, because you're saying things twice, and it's really disconcerting. It's just I really wanted to come and talk, so I quickly wanted to make it quick. Look, what's going on right now is just poor planning, poor squad planning. Right now, the way I feel, people are talking about protests and all that, yada, yada, yada. I would rather protest against some fans and content creators that kept telling us to get rid of this player, get rid of that player, get rid of this player. Now look at us. The squad has no depth. We're relying on players that are chronically injured. Even when fit for a few minutes, they can't even play 90 minutes. So we're soft at the moment. There's nothing we can do. We use the January transfer window to weaken rather than strengthen. In fact, what we should have done is that if we couldn't strengthen, we shouldn't have done anything at all. Because right now, we could have done with somebody like Renato Vega, his physicality, his strength. Even João Felix could have been useful for us now. I don't buy this all the players wanted to leave nonsense. The truth of the matter is, just as somebody has said, that Maresca didn't use these players. And when he didn't, when he had the opportunity, there were numerous opportunities in the Premier League where he could have used Vega. There were numerous opportunities when Palmer was exhausted and he could have used Felix, but he refused to. I was very much in his corner,
Bobby,
but now I'm
sorry,
concerned that
Bobby. I'm gonna take you off and bring you back immediately because you are breaking. We can't really hear you properly. So I'm gonna take you off and bring you back because sometime or most of the time, 99% of the time, you take somebody off, you bring back, and then everything is working good. So I'm gonna take you off.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I hope mine is clearer, and I know that you probably will go somebody else. I'm speaking out of 10, but I want to make this point really, real quick.
Yes.
Same thing that Bobby just said. Sorry, it is. We don't have athletes at Chelsea, and it's mind-boggling that we spend all this money on players who, even for the purpose of which they were purchased, they are not very good at it. Like literally. I mean, the thing is, it's like I'm not only focusing the blame on just one player like Enzo and the rest, but I feel like it's because they are the staple players. Like they are
Yeah, we
penciled
paid a
in.
lot of money on
Yeah,
them.
we pay them often. Whenever they are, he is gonna stay in the game so far as it's fit. Now, for a few games at the start of the season, he was not necessarily playing and were doing very well when he
But he
came in.
scored today, though,
Yeah,
bro. He
yeah, and
scored.
exactly. When he came in, you could see that he was making the effort because he knew that with Maresca, all he had to do was score a goal or two. And then we went to Spurs, and he scored that third goal, and we were all like, "Oh, this is it. It's done. He's established." And it's not only him; it's the players are not players that can really. They are not fit for purpose when it comes to this league. This league, you need serious athletes, and I can't emphasize this enough. Every team they run circles around. Look at what Brighton did to us twice in 1 week. They were just when we get the ball, we let players settle because of the way we play. We let the opponent settle. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Because everybody in the back row has to touch the ball before the ball even goes in the midfield. And then when it goes to the midfield, it goes back to them. It goes back to the back line. So every coach from a distance can see the way we play. Just give the ball to Chelsea. Chelsea will have 75% possession and not even have a strike at goal because our game is from the midfield to our own 18-yard box. And that's where we play our game. So if I can figure it like this from a distance and the coach is sitting there and he's not doing anything about it, don't blame it on the higher ups. There's so much they can do. I mean, I know we can blame them that we actually our strength was weakened because we didn't really hire up during the interval, but I know that we have the players that we can make work. Now, what Bobby was saying is true. If you have players like our captain who comes in and play, 2 or 3 games, and then you are scared of him getting injured, you don't have a team. And we have so many of those kinds of players. I mean, Lee, was it is our number 6? Well, Lee, what's his name? His name escaped
Leslie
me.
Ogochugo, what?
No. Guy we got from Southampton. I'm forgetting his name.
Okay.
Lavia. I mean, a great player, but is he ever fit to play? You know what I mean? It's just we've invested literally tens of millions of pounds on these players, and some we
He's
have
injury
some.
prone.
Yes, some
Yeah.
we have this loyalty to, we can let them go, and it's all becoming. But the thing is, you still, because I recall that in the beginning of the season, people were saying we have the best strategy. We have 2 teams. One plays the Conference League, and one
Yeah.
plays the league. They
We
are not
all
getting
we
tired.
all
We
got
play
in the
once a week.
bandwagon.
Everything's going well, and then it all came falling apart. So we could have done something better with this. This is not only the owners. This is from the coach and his utterances outside, the public display of mediocrity and all of that has to be blaming this. For me,
Okay.
75% of it goes to him.
All right. So Bobby wanted to say something and leave, but he's having some problem with the connection. So guys, let Bobby talk, and I apologize for everybody else who's been waiting. Bobby is kind of in a rush right now. Bobby, can you hear me? Bobby has
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
still
sir.
struggling.
Yeah, let's
Because
go.
there's such an echo. Can you DM me the link again?
So in the meanwhile, you can take yourself off.
Yeah.
Check on your window. Check on your phone if there is another window open. Another
Okay.
window create always echoes.
Okay.
So take yourself off. I'm gonna send you the link the second time on your DM, and then you come back. Okay, let's go. Mr. Mark, been waiting for 1,000 years. Thank you for being patient with me today.
No problem. Big ups to all the panelists, and I would
Yes.
say a very big welcome to everyone who is listening to us. I have to take this in so many, aspects.
Yes, sir.
And you, from the onslaught, as a Chelsea fan, I know where everybody dislike, and they keep hammering it. And also would like to go to a different dimension. I heard my brother Ban saying that 75% of the problem will be
On the coach.
apportioned to the coach, which I tend to disagree because the coach is in. We know he's also trying his best. People can say whatever they want to say, but if we have sporting directors and also owners who have their own models and they give you something that will let you work, whether effectively or ineffectively. Sometimes I believe some of the coaches can be their own men and take the job, or they will not take the job at all. That is where I have a problem with some of the coaches who have been victims. Somebody like Potter, I see he was also a victim. Maybe he could have done better, but everybody was against Potter. Some people were also lambasting Pochettino when he was here, and I quite remember a lot of people criticizing him. But when it was getting to the latter part of the league, he was getting things right, and all of a sudden they got rid of him. So if every time we have to blame the coaches, we need to ask ourselves, how have we set up the standard? And should Maresca have been our coach in the first place if the standards were very high? Because the way these guys are dealing in our football club, you can't bring somebody like Antonio Conte or Mourinho or even Carlo Ancelotti. Then you will tell them what they have to do in terms of bringing in players and also taking
Okay, so
players
the
out.
point you're trying to make here is like it's not only on the coach because
The coach,
because the
everybody,
coach in the past also had
yes,
the same problem that Maresca is having
Maresca is
now.
going through.
So
And
that is
if
the
we
point you're
continue,
trying to make, my friend.
if
So,
if
yes.
if
So
if we continue to blame coaches every now and then
we're gonna
another coach
start
will come.
sucking everybody daily.
And
right?
let's ask ourselves that.
Buddy, you
Hold on,
just said that you
but let me
disagree with
finish.
me.
Let me
Let him
finish
finish.
before I forget about.
Let's
I
see
was
this real
trying
quick.
to
Hold on.
clarify a little bit. Let
Let
him
me
finish.
finish. Let me finish. I will give
And
you the
Bobby, I'm
chance
gonna
to.
take you now, and Blue Eyes also, I'm gonna take you now. It's just
Let
like
me
it's crashing when I take more than 6 people. It's
let me
crashing.
Yes,
let me
that's a
finish, and
YouTube problem
I
today,
will
so
give you
everybody
the
have to
opportunity
refresh.
to.
Yeah.
Let me
Oh
finish,
yeah.
and I will give you the opportunity
Okay.
to do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
So let's ask ourselves.
Yeah.
All the
Land, brother.
players,
Land.
all the players we have right now injured, all the players we have on the waiting list, how strong our team was going to be if those players can stay fit for the whole season. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm
If
saying?
Fofana was fit, if Jackson was fit, and if
If everyone
like
and just
Badiashile
to,
was fit,
I'll
you
give
think
people
that we
the
were going to
opportunity to
do
also
better
talk.
with everybody on the
Hold on,
pitch? That's the point,
hold
right?
on. And I still, right now, I'm saying that I'm not going to come on air and I will just lambast the owners or whatever. We all have to bear the consequences. But what I will say is the demonstration is still going to go on. I want everybody to put them on their toe, like they have to be on their back. I'm not expecting them to leave or whatever, but they have to do what we are expecting them to do. If they are not running the football club in the best interest of our own football club, then they have to leave because we have no other option. Abramovich set the standard so high, so if they are in, we expect them. Nobody is going to hate them. Me, I don't hate them. If they are doing the right thing, I will go for it. If you spend 1 billion and we are still playing like this, then I think there is a problem and somebody is not doing their work very well. So the demonstrations should still go on. People need to voice out. They don't have to be quiet about anything until we get the things done right, and everybody will be satisfied with whatever is going on. Other than that, there is no way anybody should keep quiet or stop going to the
So,
demonstration.
Mark, I'm gonna come back to you. Bobby is kind of in a rush, and he's been
Yeah, I'll
trying.
give Bobby the chance to talk.
Let him finish very quickly,
Sure.
and we're gonna take other people. Bobby, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's now very clear and uninterrupted. I don't know how much of what I said earlier was heard, but I'll
Yeah, you
try
can
and
restart. Yes.
really summarize. And following on what was being said about the protest, to be honest, I think it's quite pointless right now. We don't have a unified message. The only reason for that is because the problem is really about poor performances, and the poor performances cannot be resolved without players. I don't want to hear anything about spending £1 billion and yada, yada, yada. The reason we spent so much money, there is nobody on this planet that will go through what we went through. This club was destroyed, torn to the bottom, and had to find a way to rebuild. And rebuilding in this modern era is very, very expensive. We're blessed to have been able to even spend that kind of money. So I don't think money is the issue. I think it's just poor planning. There has been poor planning at the beginning of the season with the squad. What happened in January was unforgivable in terms of getting rid of players. In fact, right now, my gripe isn't with the ownership. As I said earlier, my gripe is with certain fans and content creators that kept saying, get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of the other, and ignored the fact that strong teams are built from strong benches and strong squad rotations, strong squads. Right now, we have nothing. Villa had more on the bench than we did. They had people like Rashford and so on. We had nobody.
They have even
And what?
Marlon. They
Yeah,
got Marlon in January. Yeah.
yeah. And the reason we have nobody is because we got rid of them all. How
Yeah.
dare you get rid of somebody like Renato Vega? I blame the manager. You're right, Orgs, that the directors, if you're not using a player, they're going to think you don't need the player, and then they'll make money out of it. I don't blame them. I think that's down to Maresca. He had ample opportunity to at least use him. There were times when we didn't have Cucurella left back. He refused to use him. Where we didn't have Colwill, he refused to use him. Where Colwill was out of form, and if you ask me, he's still out of form, he didn't use him as left centre back, even when Badiashile was injured. Same thing with João Felix. There are times when Palmer wasn't on form. He didn't use him. Palmer was even substituted. He didn't use him. So of course these guys are going to get frustrated, and they're going to not feel wanted. So I really, really put that down to the manager. Players win games. Look at us. We have no physicality. We're weak. I keep saying this, and people say, "Oh, Bobby, you and your physicality."
Yeah, you are right. I
this
was
is
even
this is
getting on you for mentioning that. I was like, no, we don't need physicality. But now I can see what you were saying back
yeah.
in the day.
This
Yeah,
is
I
the
give you,
Premier
taking my
League.
L. I give you the right because you spot on. You spot
You
on. You
need
and Mr. Barr, you've been telling me all the years here we need physicality. I've been no. We have technical players. We should be fine. But now I can see that you were absolutely spot on. Because we need
you
sometimes that dog like Gallagher sometimes, okay?
yeah.
You need a
Gallagher,
Matic who
Ruben
will get on
Loftus
you
Cheek.
and kind of eat you. You need those kind of players in the team sometimes, you know?
Yeah, Ruben Loftus Cheek.
Yeah, Ruben
People
Loftus-Cheek,
that
people like that.
aerially can deal with the ball.
Yeah.
They can win the ball. They command the midfield physically, and they can't be pushed off the ball. We're just a bunch of weaklings. Now, it's quite clear the team needs a spine. We
Yeah.
need a new goalkeeper, a first class goalkeeper. We need a new centre back, a first class centre back. We
Number
need a
9.
DM, a defensive midfielder. I don't know. Everybody's saying, no, Uguchuku should have gone, should stay on loan, this and that. But we needed
We
him.
needed
And
him.
if you didn't want to to bring him back, then why did you get rid of Cassidy? Cassidy, play the boy. He has that physicality. He can play DM. He's not a DM, but his physicality helps us. But what did you do? You frustrated him. You didn't play him in the Premier League that they all want to play on. We need
Number
a
9.
striker.
Mhm.
It's obvious. Now you can say, "Oh, it's unlucky. We have two strikers that are injured." Okay, maybe if we had a top striker, he could get injured. Maybe, but the fact that you will be able to rotate him
Yeah.
between him and Jackson or play them together, that injury possibility is less. You know what we're doing is so short-sighted and ridiculous. And what annoys me is when the fan base get on this bandwagon and do it. Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports dropped his usual propaganda bomb. Oh, if Chelsea don't get into top four, Cole Palmer will leave. This and that and the other. BS. Do you know what happened? Chelsea fans started pushing it all over social media. Oh, Palmer's gonna leave. Oh, Palmer, should he go to this? Should he go to that? In the end, it was Ben Jacobs who had to come on and say, hey, listen, guys, there's nothing in his contract or the contract of any Chelsea player that says if you don't get Champions League, you won't, you can go. These guys are part of the project, cemented in the project. That's why they have 9-year plus deals. It's not like that. But you see how easily and willingly we peddle these messages. And people think, oh, it's not because of what fans say that they sell players. Yes, it is. You make it easy for them. If you can protest and hope to change how they operate the club, you can really make noise about getting rid of players. I will say to this day that the biggest mistake Chelsea Football Club made was selling Gallagher in recent times. Gallagher was the dog that we needed in the midfield, the battler, the fighter, the guy that wore Chelsea on his sleeve and in his heart. What did we do? Fans are, oh, Gala dog, this and that, this and that. You think the ownership don't see that? They'll see there's no resistance. So they sold the guy and made pure profit. We are our own, we have to be accountable for this mess. So there's no point going and holding up placards, oh, Bowley out, all this nonsense. It's BS. We had some idiot phone up Talk Sport to talk about nonsense, and so he started inventing problems. And what was it? The big guys on Talk Sports, Simon Jordan, and the other guy that was Jim White. They just made a total fool out of him. And in fact, at that point, the entire talk of any protest died right there because it just looked foolish. We don't have a message. We're just whining and complaining about these owners because somebody else is complaining about the owners. It's all becoming a little bit too fashionable, a little bit too parity, a little bit too Fulham a leader, a little bit too talk, and it makes no sense.
Okay.
Players win you games, and
Mhm.
we don't have players. We have a bunch of weaklings. We don't have any strikers. We don't have midfield strength to back up Caicedo and Enzo. Reece James tried today. He did very well. But for me, I
Got
would have put
dispossessed many times. He lost the
Calabar
ball
there.
many times today.
Yes, because it's not really him anymore because he's been out for such a long time. I would have put Chalabar there, put him on the right, got Gusto on the bench, and started with Tosin and Colwill as centre backs. Chalabar, being a centre back himself, knows very well he's played DM before and he will know how to protect them. But it just seems that Maresca
Lack
is
of
a one-trick
imagination
pony.
from the coach.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do anything other than play that way he plays, which is ineffective. Everybody has sussed it out. You don't even have the players to do that. And so everyone's looking weak and stupid. It's
Yes.
very disappointing, and
Yeah.
I don't know where we'll get to. We're praying for players to come back, but there we go again, relying on injuries. What madness is it to be relying on Wesley Fofana and Romeo Lavia that you know are chronically injured? They can't even give you 90 minutes when they're fit. So why are you relying on them? Why are you getting
Those
rid
are
of
just stupid
Renato Vega?
excuses, in my opinion, bro.
Oh,
Because even
I
when they are there, they not do like Badiashile. He's gonna have a few good games, and
impact.
then
Yeah,
he's gonna give you a stinker here. So yeah, you
yeah.
are right. Let greet some other brothers here. Ice, let's go. Ice, are you still there, or you?
Greetings, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go.
Hello, Ogs, my
Yes, sir.
brother. How you doing, man?
Not good. My club is getting relegated.
Is that right? The prodigal son is back. La fille prodigue.
Where were you? Were you kidnapped in Nigeria or where?
I was in Nigeria for Christmas. It's funny you say that, but I came back mid-January. No. I'm okay, my brother. Good looking out, man. Thanks.
It's not
Listen.
Mikel. John Obi Mikel.
No, I don't have money, so they
Yeah,
won't kidnap
John Obi Mikel, who got the money, they know they can kidnap him and get a lot of money.
Exactly, man. I don't have money. The kidnappers are my friends.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
my brother, man, it's a mess. Complete dog's breakfast.
Okay.
Absolute dog's breakfast. Like, listen, I chime in with what the previous speaker was talking about. It's this protest is misplaced priorities. A chicken was frowning at the pot of stew, forgetting about the knife that killed him. Ox, why are you laughing? A chicken was frowning at the pot.
Like I'm not laughing at you.
About the knife
I'm
that
just
killed
laughing at the way
okay.
you cook your topics. It's like
my brother, think
African.
about it.
You remind me of like African chiefs that they tell you something using.
My brother.
Okay, let's go.
My brother, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. We are going after, or like the other speaker said, we're going after the owners. They didn't do shit. They did the right. If you ask me, I think they almost got it right.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No striker that is
Let
doing
me say something. I know this is going to offend some people. If you had, like they say, hindsight is 20/20. If you had the same knowledge you have of Trevor Chalobah today, do you think you bring him back from Crystal Palace? Be fair. Let's talk football. Be fair. Will you bring him back from Crystal Palace based on what you've seen so far?
Well, nobody knew that he was going to have some few bad games and also injuries today.
Did you say? No, I'm not talking about injury. Injury is human. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about injury. I'm talking about ability.
But
No,
ability,
but
the first game, he was the man of the match.
Oz.
The second game,
Right.
the structure was bad.
Oz, when your team is playing bad, it
Yeah.
affects everybody.
Everybody.
I mean, come on,
Not only
Palmer
one
is
person.
Parma is not doing well, but when we're playing better, everybody was talking about Ballon
Exactly.
d'Or.
Let me get to Palmer. I'm going to
what
get to Palmer. Don't worry. No, I get it. Listen, Trevor Chalobah is part of the furniture. He's from our backyard. He's one of us. But sometimes when you talk football, you have to talk football impartially. Trevor Chalobah is average. He's an average defender. You cannot. There's no way you cook. Listen. Anyway, let's not go there. Number 2, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. He's being found out. Can anybody tell me why Cole Palmer is being found out? And it's not because the team is bad. Let's talk football. Can anybody tell me why Cole Palmer is being found out?
Cole Palmer
You
is
explain to us. Go
Cole
to this.
Cole Palmer gets the ball and does something with it. When he has the ball, his IQ allows him to know his surroundings and know what to do with the ball. You can't take that away from him.
No, but you're not telling me.
But he won't tackle with you when you are struggling. He's not going to be the one who bulldoze any defense or actually midfield. He goes and that's why he sometimes he retreats all the way back to the position of a DM to get the ball and distribute. And if you had somebody in the middle doing that,
let me land. You couldn't answer the question.
Okay, land, Mr.
Yeah,
Blue
but we
Eyes.
analyze
Let me land.
for the team.
Let me land. Let me just. Victor, calm down. I just got the mic. You want to take it from me already?
No.
Calm down.
Okay,
Victor.
land, brother.
But what I'm saying is, listen.
XYZ, I know that you haven't spoken for like 50 minutes. I'll come back to you, brother.
I'll make it quick, XYZ, I promise. The problem with Cole Palmer is he is 100% a left-leaning player. If you actually tactically watch Aston Villa without emotion, you watch football, They let Cole Palmer do everything on the left. And that's the reason why he missed that goal. If you remember when he got that goal, he wanted to cut it, right? They gave him that space to make him predictable. And he tried to cut the ball, then he fell off. The problem with Cole Palmer is he's not ambidextrous, for those that know the meaning. He's so predictable on that left shoulder that, unfortunately, teams have, in my opinion, my humble opinion, teams have found him out. And I think, listen, he's nearing an average player for me. And then the final thing I'll say, Oggs, Maresca is way over his head, man. Way out of depth. The guy has zero ability to coach this material. Oggs, you know, you and I, we've had a lot of fights about Poch. Are you there, Oggs?
Yes, I'm giving you time to talk.
Good. We've had a lot of debates about Poch. Listen, with Poch, people are saying everybody's injured, the owners are not buying players, blah, 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 blah. Remember Poch? When Poch played with more than half the team injured. Can somebody remember? Oggs, do you remember?
Yeah, like 14 injuries. Yeah.
14 injuries. And you could see the hockey stick effect, the curve going in the right direction with who? With Poch. On the other hand, with Maresca, that hockey stick is broken. It's going the other way. Because he has injuries, people are starting to look for excuses. The guy doesn't know what to do with the material he has. He's a below average coach. And in all honesty, he's useless. Thanks, Oggs.
Okay. All right. Mr. Andrew, Mr. Distinguished. Let's go.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you
yes,
guys?
Sir.
All good?
What's going on with my club, man? What's going on with my club?
To be honest, I'm very disgruntled. I mean, not only with the club itself, but when I'm hearing that this protest is a waste of time, is this the direction that we want our club to go? Are these results the standard that have been set for our club from the past?
Andrew, the results. Sorry, I'm not taking the mic away from you. The result is not symptomatic of what the owners are doing.
Really?
Yes, it's not.
Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, it is.
Is that what you're telling me?
That's why I said misplaced priorities. Absolutely, it is.
So you think that how we began the season?
Yes.
We were we went up to second. We were considered title challengers.
And why do we lose second? Because we didn't have a striker, right? That's what you're going to tell me.
So you don't think that perhaps that there's a lack of structure in the club,
exactly,
which is filtering down. Hold on, can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is filtering down to the directors, to our players, which is causing their performance to be affected.
Andrew, the structure.
Nobody can tell me that's not true.
Andrew,
is that what you're really telling me?
Yes, the structure is Maresca.
How can you blame Maresca? Blue eyes.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Let me just finish. I just want to say.
Go ahead. Sorry, Andrew. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just finish my point. Yeah, this protest from supporters, all of us here, bleed blue. We all want the best for our club. We want it to go back to the standards that it was before.
Exactly.
Yes, it doesn't matter what some interviews said on TalkSport. I couldn't care less because they got no affiliation with Chelsea. They're not Chelsea supporters. They do not bleed blue like how we bleed blue. We bleed blue and we feel it when our club is suffering, and our club is suffering right now. So we all have to stick together and cut the cancer out of this club to bring the club back to the standards that it was before. Yep. I don't want to hear about this protest as a waste of time.
It is a waste of time.
This protest means something. It means something to the supporters who are going to watch the football game every weekend and in the week. They're spending money, hard-earned money to buy their tickets to go and watch the games to support their club.
Let me tell you something.
So we have a job to support them. All of us here who support this club.
Let me tell you something. I know Chelsea is in your backyard.
Don't want to hear this rubbish no more.
Okay, hold on. I know
sorry, go ahead.
No problem. I know Chelsea is in your backyard, and I know it hits you hard when you hear people saying, listen, let me even make it worse for you. This protest is great market intelligence for the owners. They hope
No.
It is. Listen, hold on. Let me say something. They hope that this protest happens. They hope it happens because guess what? They will use it to develop insights on how to build this team. My problem is when you say structure and you shine the light on the owners, Andrew, it's criminal. It's criminal. You should shine the light on that.
Start by the owners, right? So
The
it's
owners
like-
they are running everything.
No,
You can't be a father in the house,
listen,
and
guys,
there is a problem in your house, and you say,
listen, guys, hold on.
You are the father.
Let
So
me say
if you have the
something.
right
Let me
structures
say
in your house,
something.
when
Let
something
me
is
say
going
something.
on, you can solve it.
Hold on now.
promptly.
Let me say something. The reason why this protest is happening, Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. I know this is your backyard. The reason it's happening is because of the series of defeats. True or false?
No.
Listen,
It's-
if
No,
we
it's-
were,
it's-
hold
it's-
on,
It's
hold on.
a long-term thing. It
what
has
I-
been
what can
happening for
say-
the past 3 years.
Yeah, what I can
No,
say
no, no,
is
For the
part
past
of
3
it.
years,
It's part of it. Thank you. The
It's
reason
part
I
of
say
it,
this,
but
trigger.
it's not
It
the whole
was their
thing.
building, and then this comes
hold
and
on.
kind of
No.
like trigger the entire
What I'm
thing.
saying is,
okay, let me ask you,
Hold
Blue
on
Eyes,
now, hold
if
on,
you
let
are at
me-
home, hold on,
before
Blue
you
Eyes,
ask me-
if
before
you
you
are at
ask me-
home, if
before
you are
you
at
ask
home,
me, let me say
and
something.
some, hold on,
Before you
if you are
ask
at
me,
home
let
and
me say
something
something.
happens,
Let me
if
say
you are at
something
home,
before you ask me something. Hold on. The reason I say this is the fans did not protest when we were second, which would have made sense. Because you're saying, yes, we're second, but this ship is still
you have
sinking.
a valid point there.
No, hold on. The fans did not protest when we were second to say, listen, this is just a cosmetic approach to covering something that is not working. Now you want to protest because you see the ship sinking and it's too late. You're in a car, right? You're in a bus, and armed robbers are chasing you. You want to you want to blame the armed robbers, or you want to blame the driver? Who do you blame? You go after the driver because he's the one that will save your life, aka Maresca.
The problem with the community is we are not together. There are people who are fans of Maresca. There are people who are fans of the sporting directors. There are people who also fancy the owners. So if we can't come together and bring the standard to where we used to be, this football club will continue to be
let's structure
repetitive.
this a little bit, please.
It's going to be repetitive. Things will happen every year.
What I can see,
and we'll come back and talk about the same thing every year.
The problem, yes. So I see. Let's structure this a little bit. So we see here, all of us. I don't think anybody is wrong here, because we can see the problems from the ownerships. We can see also the problem from the directors who didn't really do a good job to bring what Maresca wanted. But also we can see the problems from the manager, the coaching, the system, him getting rid of players that could have helped and all that. So the problem is in many levels.
Do you believe it was Maresca's own, order? Was he the one who actually sent those players out?
Yes.
You think he can do
and
that by himself?
If you let me explain to you why I say yes. Yes,
okay, go ahead.
Because they are asset for the club. Your asset in the club, they bring players for you to play them and then increase their value if they want to sell them or something. I don't see any good
can
for
I just
them.
say, so it's business minded then. It's
Okay,
all
so,
from a
yeah.
financial perspective then.
All right, so
this is what we are
I'm
now.
trying to make a point. Yes, that makes sense what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say here is I don't see anybody that will spend 60 million on Joao Felix and tell Maresca not to use him. Or a very, very good...
God bless you for me, my brother.
But they were behind the scenes then. They were behind the scenes. They wanted to get rid of Gallagher. They wanted to get rid of Gallagher. In order for them to get rid of Gallagher,
my brother, for what
Felix,
interest they're going to tell Maresca,
No.
play
Oh,
Renato Vega because
they
we don't
wanted
like
to
him.
get rid of Gallagher. In order for them to get rid of Gallagher, they intentionally brought in Felix, knowing that they are not going to give him the opportunity to play because Felix was on the bench. If you ask why Maresca is not playing him, we don't know what they will be talking.
Let me ask you a question.
We don't know what they will be talking about behind the scenes.
Let me just add something to my brother here.
Let me ask you guys a question, then I'll shut up. Would you rather take winning the EPL and have useless structure, or have great structure and not make Champions League?
Listen, I know what Abramovich did. Let me answer you. Hold on, let me answer you. I know what Abramovich did. The first year, he made an impact. Second year, he was able to win the league. These guys have been here for the past 3 years. My question is, there are so many unanswered questions. What are they trying to achieve in my football club?
What are they doing? What are they trying to achieve?
Are they here? What are they trying to achieve in my football club?
The only thing
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me finish. What are they trying to achieve with my football club? Because for the past, some of you joined Chelsea when some African players started joining Chelsea. I've been with Chelsea since June 1996, and I don't know some of
you have,
age.
you're not close. No, I started before you.
So,
You're a young man.
Okay,
let
so
Mark finish.
hold on,
Let's
let me
say
finish.
something.
Let Mark
Let me
land,
finish.
please. Yeah.
I don't have
Let's
any
say
problem with anybody. The owners, I don't have any personal issue with anybody. I've never met them before. My question to them is, they are in my football club. This football club belongs to me. They are financially taking care of everything. What are they trying to achieve with my football club?
If you
Because
tell
Mark,
me,
when
it's a good
Abramovich was
question. It's a
leaving,
good question. Can you let
you-
me also
Yeah.
hold on,
answer?
let me land. Because
Okay.
if the football club was like this, I don't think it would have attracted them to come and buy it. So since they
if
are here, I want to know what they are trying to achieve.
listen, if you tell me
In-
before
Can I
Ox
say
goes,
something, Coach?
if you
Yes,
tell me,
Bobby
go.
wanted to say
okay,
something.
go ahead.
Bobby,
Go ahead.
go.
So I just want to really say something about this protest, because right now it sounds unserious. Why do I say this? Is that we're just ranting. If you're going to let me finish. If you're
Yes.
going to protest, let's say the ownership, then give a clear message as to why and what you think they're doing wrong. Now, all these people were the same kind of people. Oh, Gallagher out. Oh, so and so out. They're very good at throwing out the baby with the bathwater, but they have no solutions. If the
But Bobby,
ownership
we have to
walk out
start
tomorrow,
somewhere. I mean,
who
but
do you think will come in and take this ship, this massive ship, where it's supposed to go? I just think it's not thought out. And that guy that spoke on Talk Sports is a perfect example of the protesters. I would like to protest the protesters because you're not making any sense. And I
You don't
can't
mind
get
them.
behind something that is senseless. You're just complaining. Oh, Bowley 1 minute. Oh, the owners this,
Don't
the
mind
owners
them.
that. And somebody made a good point. When we sat second, everybody was quiet. So the truth of the matter is that it's the performances
It is.
that's the problem. It's the purchase of players that's the problem. It's okay. The youth project is a good project, but just add a few more mature players to make sure
experienced.
that
Yeah.
we're successful as we go along. If people talk like that, I will understand it. But all this reckless, oh, blue coat out, so and so out, after they put £1 billion into trying to save your ass and trying to get you somewhere,
Bridge.
you
Just a
know,
minute.
Bobby,
Just a
they're
minute.
not
I
Just a minute.
respect you a lot.
Hold
Bobby,
on.
Let
they're
Can I
not
just say
sorry,
something?
guys.
Wait a
Sorry.
minute.
Let
Let
Bobby
me say
land,
something.
and then we're
let
gonna
me
go
just
for answer.
just one more thing
Bobby land,
God will
and
bless
I'm
please.
you for
done.
me.
Let
Now
Bobby land.
they have pumped in money. They're trying. Do you think it's easy to get a club that was raised to the ground back up to the top and to do it uniquely with all these new regulations, PSR, FFP, everything coming against them, and the audit that they had to do, that the beloved, believe me, nobody loves Abramovich more than me. But if he had still been here, we would have been in one hell of trouble with some of the things he did, and he wouldn't have had the finances or the ability to buy the players in the way he was at the beginning. So things had to change. We've got to be mature about this. I want success. What I'm seeing now is ridiculous, but the fix is not that difficult. The fix is for us to make it clear to them that, look, the way you're moving in the transfer market, the purchases you're making needs to be refined, because Chelsea Football Club has to be at the top. We're about winning trophies. I don't want to hear this stuff from Maresca. Oh, we need 2 years. What? What? Do you know where you are, mate? 2 years? We need 2 minutes to win trophies here. We don't do the 2 years BS. So that's the message that has to come across. I am not for all the blue coat out, all this recklessness. Out to where? For what? To go where? In which direction? You may as well just get a grenade and drop it in the middle of Stamford Bridge and blow the whole gaff up. You're not making sense with this protest. That's why I'm not behind it.
Okay.
Listen,
Bobby, let me say something. I believe
Yeah,
you
very
have his
quickly,
opinion.
please.
Hold on, pause. Bobby has his opinion, and everybody will respect that. That is the same way those who don't believe in the protest should also have the same respect for the concerns people are raising. And even if
no.
somebody, hold on,
We
even
got
if
to nip it
somebody
in the bud.
doesn't want
No.
me, hold
We
on,
have to nip it in the bud.
hold on, me, I always say that I don't have any problem if the owners can change things around. I always say it when I'm on other platform. I say it. If people say they should leave, that's their own opinion.
Maresca, guys,
But if
Maresca is useless. Calling out. Stop
how
dancing around
can you
it.
blame Maresca? How
Maresca
can you
is
blame
useless.
Maresca for
You
being
have,
useless?
listen,
Okay, when he was winning games, Blue Eyes, when he was also, let me also
say
quote
something.
you.
Listen, we
Blue
gave
Eyes,
the
hold
world.
on, let me
Listen,
quote
this
you.
guy
You
is
said that when we were winning games, everybody was quiet. When
Exactly.
Maresca was winning those games,
Exactly.
why didn't you?
Why couldn't he sustain? Why couldn't he sustain that second?
Exactly.
Why?
So there is something wrong somewhere.
No, there's something wrong with his coaching. Stop looking the wrong way.
The same man was able to. Let me say something. The same man was winning games when Fofana was around, when
Listen,
Lavia was around.
I don't know when you started watching.
Hold on.
I don't know when you started watching the EPL.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me say something. When you watch, when
Blue
you're
Eyes,
watching,
let me finish.
Let me finish now.
Hold on, let me finish. I'll forget.
Don't talk
over
each other.
The same man. Hold on. You were saying that nobody talk about the results and everything.
Mark, clarify your question very quickly.
Yeah, let me land. Then
Ice is gonna answer.
Yes, Ice was saying that when the results were coming in, everybody was quiet.
Yes,
that same respect should be given to Maresca. Maresca can also have a point that right now I don't have the men that they were winning the games for me.
Can I answer? No. Can I answer now? Don't go far. You're going far so that you can make your question sound good. Calm down. Calm down.
Go on.
Go ahead.
When we were second, right? Let me tell you something about the EPL. I don't know how long you've known the EPL. The thing about the EPL is at the beginning of the season, teams don't figure you out yet. They're still trying to understand one or two things. And as a coach, you're supposed to be very, very what?
You have to be ahead of the game.
God will bless you for me. You have to be ahead of the game. You have to be ahead of the game. So guess what?
Oh my God!
So he got found out.
He got found out.
Okay.
And if this was Poch's head would have been on a barbecue right now.
Okay.
But you people were complaining about Poch at a point. They were saying he's stubborn. He doesn't want
was
to
I
change.
Complaining about Poch, Ogs? Please tell them.
Yeah, people were complaining about Poch.
All right, people.
They said he's stubborn. He doesn't want to change until he makes some
Aziz,
changes.
are you still
And the
there?
last
Aziz
thing
is so
I'm just listening to you guys. Man. I wanted to say something, but
say it.
I'll just shut my mouth up. Remember when I said I never wanted these Americans at Chelsea? I know somebody that told me I shouldn't say that.
I told you.
They no, I didn't mention your name. You see, guilty conscience.
It's okay.
I didn't mention nobody's name. Somebody said they run LA Dodgers. Is he LA Dodgers? He run it so good. I said you don't compare the American football to the English Premier League football. Secondly, somebody brought out Abramovich would have been found out. Let me tell you something about football. Let me tell you something about business. You want to know why all these businessmen still stay on top? Because they know what they are doing. Nobody found out that Abramovich was doing a shady business until these owners went out to expose themselves. You want to tell me all these 19 other clubs don't do the same thing Chelsea were doing? Let them find you guilty first before you go expose yourself. And thirdly, these owners have ruined Chelsea.
The owners.
Because they've ruined Chelsea because in hindsight, and Enzo Maresca shouldn't be coaching Chelsea. He's not a Chelsea level coach.
Mm-hmm.
He was never a Chelsea level coach. But I want to say something to you too, Sal. You are the same person that said, "Oh, Enzo Maresca is a good coach." You see the way he brought out this Ghanaian player.
I said that.
Let me land. Can I land?
Which coach? At that point, which quality coach were they going to hire?
Okay. When I was saying, if you listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir.
Coaches we had.
Okay. Let me say something. I said if you are going to sack Poch. One of the main reasons why I never wanted Poch to go was that Poch discovered he tweaked the system. This last season game, he brought us to Europa League. Unfortunately, Manchester United won the FA Cup. But we were playing good after the last 10 games under Poch. Secondly, Poch didn't have the players that they bought for Enzo Maresca because half of the squad were injured. Thirdly, with that same squad that was depleted, he brought us to almost 2 cup finals.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
God bless you. God
I'm
bless
listening.
you.
No. I'm not saying Poch is the most saint man. I'm not saying Poch was the most saint man. For a Poch to train these young players to where they are, they should have let Poch stay. And I said, if you are going to sack Poch, you sack him and get a better coach, not a downgrade to Poch. Because this Chelsea job is a complicated job. You need a manager that has done it all, that has won it, that knows how to talk to these guys, that knows how to motivate these guys. Do you want to tell me if a Mourinho, a Pep Guardiola, even though Pep Guardiola is having his ups and downs, all these great coaches goes into Chelsea, you want to tell me in that second half, they won't have motivated the team to bring their standard up? Why is it that every second half, our standard goes down? That is the level of the coach.
That is a very good point to complete
there
you what you said.
Consequences. There is no consequences like, oh, you are not playing well. Put your game. I need 10 more pace from you. You are not telling them to do this. You are not telling them to do that. Did you see all the horrible passes we did that led to the second goal? We are about to score. I can't even remember who played that horrible pass that they did the counter before the goal came in.
Yeah, so that is a very good point.
This has been happening even when we are winning. Why is it? When was the last time we had a clean sheet?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm bringing out points for you that this coach is not a good coach. A coach that tells all his players to go forward. How is that a thinking coach? Because if you are going to tell all your players to go forward, all I have to tell my defenders is stay foot and just do a loop ball, put the ball up. It's going to be one-on-one you and the defenders. And that is how they've been scoring us.
Okay, so yeah,
All
thank
right,
you
can
for
I-
your
can I jump in?
contribution. Yeah, Mr. Andrew,
Yeah.
go on. Yes.
Yeah, I was saying that when we spoke about Abramovich, now we need to realize, okay, he was more focused on winning than running a financial stable club. And I'm sure he would have addressed that had he been given the opportunity to maintain the ownership of the club, but it was taken away from him. But one thing we need to remember, when these owners bought the club, how much were we in debt when the owners took over? Zero. He cleared it completely. They've spent 1.5 billion, if it's not more.
Yeah, probably.
Out of all the expenditure, what's happened to the majority of the players that they brought in? What was his name again? All these Brazilian players.
Angelo Gabriel, Andrew Santos,
Andre Santos. Where are they?
Yeah, Andrew, you are making another
Where are they?
Yeah, they are somewhere else. Sold or
somewhere else.
Or
different club.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Different clubs. So this shows you they are more focused
we can
on
hear
making
you.
money.
Let Andrew finish and we're going to go to Mr. Victor. Yes.
They're more focused on making money than winning, have any kind of winning mentality within this club. And this is where I'm complaining, because the standards have dropped considerably.
Drastically.
They're nowhere near what they were before. Nowhere near. Now, we're not asking that you win the league or the Champions League in the first or second year, but you've got to have some form of progression moving forward to be stepping up, not regressing.
Yes.
Look how our players are. All of them are regressing. Some of them, they look so well. Cole Palmer, Milo Gusto.
Coach.
These guys were balling out.
Coach, it's the coach's problem. That's why they're burning up.
No.
Mr. Victor, I've been waiting for a long time.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hello. I think that the problem is, I mean, we are all diagnosing it left and right and trying to find blame. I think when we were winning, like some have already remarked here many times, when we were winning earlier on in the season, nobody was blaming these owners.
Don't mind them.
We were saying that we got our Chelsea back. What was the motivation for that?
Exactly.
got our message
Exactly.
because there was performance on the field. Everybody knows that when you have a club, a football club, it falls, it builds itself up on the performance on the
But
pitch.
let's not
Even if
forget
you're
all the
having
players were
I
around. There
No,
were
no,
no
no.
want to
it
add
doesn't
injuries.
matter.
something.
It doesn't
I
Mr.
thought
matter.
Victor
Mr. Victor.
finish, please.
There
So
were
Let
no
Victor
injuries.
finish.
So yes, there were no injuries, but the thing is this, that the standards has fallen because I think the work on the field has actually gone through a process that we have to really be honest with. The coach is mediocre at best. I mean,
Oh, my brother.
if you go out there and tell the rest of the world that, oh, the second we are is a fluke, we are not ready to win the league yet, and then the following game you start your players start stuttering and they cannot pass the ball and they start losing. You know what they come from. And I will not say that it's just based on one interview, but the standard has to be set. Football is played by the youth, and if you have a team full of youth, I know that folks are advocating for experience, but there are a lot of teams that don't have this much experience, and they are doing very well. Youth can run, youth can play the ball if they know what they are doing, and they are supported by a great coach. Things can happen. Why did you win your first 14, 16 games, or 14 out of 18 games, or whatever it was that we were? It was because you were playing them on the right position. You were interchanging. You were people keeping players out of on the hooks to make sure that if they don't play well, they will sit down. And everybody has said that he was not using these players well. The players that were clamoring to get out of the club was simply because they weren't getting the chance to play. And now you send all these players that could help us out. And now, so in terms of, and I'll end with this point. Yes, of course, it's a business. These folks bought this football club to hopefully turn it around, and even if they don't necessarily sell it outright, to prance around the world of business, telling people that you own a club like Chelsea Football Club in 10, 20 years and it's doubled in value, already gives you a lot of opening doors at banks because you own a club like that. That is why the Glazers don't want to sell Manchester United, because they know that the value might plummet in the stock market one day, but then it will actually goes to a pinnacle the next day. And so you keep it for 15, 20 years for it to get to a level where if you sell it, you would never lose on it because you have accrued a lot of equity. So we know that they bought this for that reason. So if they have the business acumen like we all say they do, they really have a point of the reason why they bought this. The only thing that baffles me is buying these so-called talents and sending them away. Whether they are going to flourish or not, you need them to be in a team, in Chelsea Football Club, and give them the opportunity in the biggest and the loudest league on earth. Where if they are able to, I mean, Palmer was no Palmer until he came to Chelsea and scored 2 brilliant goals and was leading this club, and all of a sudden he became a superstar because the eyeballs were watching Chelsea. But if you buy these players and you send them away, they don't get a chance to be at a center
Yeah.
stage in terms of the football world. Nobody will even know they exist. They have to have the opportunity to play. This is what I don't understand about them. The
That's
model is confusing,
All right, let me just
That
that is
is
ask
a
you,
why
very
brother.
we
good
cannot
point.
follow it.
Let
Let me
Go
also
ahead.
structure a little bit. Mr. Andrew, you wanted to say something. So
I just
people, we
want to
have
ask,
10
bro.
minutes to go,
Yeah,
and
I'm not
People's
gonna take
Republic,
so
you
long.
have to wait, and Mr.
I'll jump off
XYZ,
after this.
you're gonna close the shop. So wait in the waiting room. I'm gonna finish with you. I'm gonna give you a few minutes at the end. So I'm not ignoring you. It's just like I can't really get more people here. Otherwise, the stream is gonna crash. My computer is very weak and very hot right now. Yes,
All
Mr.
right,
Andrew.
yes, distinguished gentlemen. I just want to ask this question.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's say that it's Maresca is the problem, and we address it and we get rid of him. Who are we going to bring in? Which manager, which world-class manager, is going to operate under the structure
Can I answer
or
that
the
question?
model that we currently have at Chelsea at the moment?
Can I answer that question?
Tell me. Go ahead, please. Yes,
Okay.
anybody can.
There is no need. Listen, I hope they let this guy go. I hope in the next 5 days that Maresca is gone. Listen, there's already a temperature in the Chelsea family that this thing is broken. So based on that, which is what I suspect these owners might do, just go find an interim guy.
Another one.
Interim
Are
guy
you
to-
serious?
Yes, to the end of this. Hold on, let me finish now. Let me finish now. Let me
Go ahead,
finish.
go on.
it.
Yeah,
These are
please,
the
go
same.
ahead.
These are the same people that want to go after. Listen, you see that protest tomorrow. When is the protest tomorrow, right?
It's on the 25th. It's on Tuesday.
You're not going to see more than 100 people there. Take it to the bank. That's one. Two, and the 100 people will include you and what's his name, Andrew, you and you will make it. That's 98 plus the two of you.
Mhm.
So let
I
me tell
wish
you.
I was in London.
Let
For
me
real.
tell you something. You guys, listen. Listen. It's not about going to find the right coach. It's about what? Damage control. That's how you fix this shit. Damage control. You don't go find another coach and say, no. Take it to the end of the season and take your time and go look for a henchman.
And Andrew's
So
question
where
is,
will we be at the end of the
who would
season?
that be?
Go get me Zenedine. Go get me Zenedine. I'm good. Go get
You
me
think
Zenedine.
Zidane will come take the?
You
Go
think
get me
Zidane?
Zenedine. I'm good. Go get me Zenedine.
Now I know you are joking, Blue Eye. Zidane is not coming. Zidane will never come.
No problem. Did you ever suspect
Who
that
said it back?
exactly?
He
Bring
wouldn't
somebody
even
like
come.
Gusidik. Thank you.
Gusenek is not even going to come.
So again, Maresca, you know why?
Maybe you go find
let me
Deserbi. You go bring Deserbi.
let me tell you something that is even worse. Somebody said, I think it was Victor. Somebody said that in the second half, we seem to have no answers. And you guys are going to tell me that's because of the owners, right?
No.
Of course, I'll blame the owners because you have January. You should have brought in a striker. But like we are playing for the past 3 years.
Listen, let me tell you
Somebody should tell
something.
me
Even if you bring a
striker
striker
that has come to Chelsea to make the difference for us. Tell me who is our striker right now. Tell me.
Listen, if you like
a team like Chelsea.
Let me tell you something. If you like, go and bring who's the best striker in the world now. Who would you call the best
we can say Haaland, Mbappe, or Osimhen.
Do you think if you have somebody like Haaland with this guy?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Go bring Mbappe right now. As a matter of fact, Mbappe is the best. He's the best chef right now in that position, world football, in my opinion. Even if you bring Mbappe, do you think we have the midfielders to find him?
That is a good question too.
Do you think we have the midfielders?
Why not? We have the midfielders.
Do we have the system? Do we have the system to get the ball to
you think Santos can play in this team?
No, but
you are saying you are building a project.
No, Mark.
Hold on.
What,
you said you are building a project. You are building materials.
The point, I don't claim.
How are you going to build a project?
I do not.
You are building a project. You are building materials. It's another site. How are you going to build that project?
Excuse this point. I do not claim to speak for Mike, but I think what he was gesturing at is this: that you could bring the best players if you don't have somebody that has the ability to arrange them well on the pitch and let them be successful. You are wasting your time. And once upon a time, so I think it's important for you to. And I know that it is easier to zero in on just one person than to blame the 27 men squad we have.
Every time it's coach's fault.
No. But sometimes it is. No. But sometimes it is though.
Many levels, but you just.
But sometimes it is, especially
Potter was here.
No. The reason why this coach has given us Mark. The reason why this coach.
Let Victor finish, please.
Mark, this coach has given us a reason to have these utterances, to doubt him. He says it himself. We were not ready. He says it. We are actually lucky when we win games. Yeah, he set the standard. If we are winning, and he said, in fact, we are second, we are 2 points away. But in fact, with the caliber we have, we should be competing.
When something comes like that,
it's not only saying it. No. It's not only
look
saying
at the chances. Look at the chances we threw away.
No.
Hold on.
Who
Look
is
at the
to solve
chances
that
we
problem?
threw away.
Mark,
Some of the games.
Mark, if we are having a problem. If you're having a problem on the field, who is to solve it?
Hold on.
We
could have won some of these games, but
we're supposed to be solving this problem.
Sorry,
brother. Nicolas Jackson was playing at the
let
wrong
me
side.
structure this a little bit.
Who is supposed to be solving the problem we have on the field?
Let Victor land.
There were so many chances.
I am going to ask you a quick question, and I'm not even going to make a commentary out of it.
Yes.
I'm asking you a question.
Victor.
Anybody can answer it, and I will
Mark is going to answer your question.
If we have a problem on the field of play, whether it is the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, the end of the season, whether we have 5,000 injuries or we don't, somebody is responsible for our performances. And if we can be...
Oh, really?
No, can I
let him finish? Let him land.
Thomas created so many chances.
You have time. You have time to answer. Mark, you have time to answer. Let Victor land.
Jackson. Thomas created chances for Jackson. Goals, like goal scoring opportunities. And those goals could have
I love
could
it.
have been
Dr. Orms,
utilized
you
for
need a
something else.
drink. You need a
Because
stiff drink.
Jackson wasn't
I need a cup
proper
of
number
coffee.
9.
Mark,
He wasn't
you
able
need
to
a
Mark, my
score
whiskey.
those
brother,
goals
my
if there
brother
was a
Mark.
striker.
This is
The striker
beautiful.
will bury those
This is
goals
great,
in
Ox.
and
It's good
wouldn't
to
be
be back.
talking like this here.
Mark, my brother, Mark.
It's okay. No, let
Sorry,
them go.
bro.
Let them
Drink
go.
some water, okay? Victor, finish your
Every
question.
time it's
Finish your
coach's
question.
fault. Every time is this. Should Maresca go on the field of play and slaughter the balls in for some of the chances we
The man
normally
is a
miss out?
useless coach. The man is a useless
So
coach. He doesn't know
Maresca
what he's
shows
doing.
Sanchez
He's a useless
how to
coach.
play the ball quickly
Look,
without
okay,
conceding a goal.
listen, Mark, let me say something here, quick.
So
Really quick.
Maresca go there and teach them how to do those things.
Now,
Those things are basic.
Mark, calm down now. What in the worry you now? See this guy, calm down. Mark, let me come to you. You remember when Sanchez? Everybody says Sanchez is a terrible goalkeeper, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Now we have Jorgensen.
Hold on now.
Yes, go on. What's your question, Mr. Ice?
Today, I think Jorgensen is a world-class goalkeeper.
No, that is another story. That is another story. Okay, so let's go to Le Français, Dev. He hasn't spoken for 50 minutes. Le Français, you wanted to say something? Mr. Le Français, the floor is yours. We're going to conclude the show in 7 minutes. Le Français, are you there? Hello, French guy. Hello, bonjour, bonsoir. Mr. Le Français. No, he's having some problem with his audio.
You know what I take away from this Ox really quick is
Yes.
that Andrew, if you watch Andrew's stream body language, even though we can't see it, you can tell he's thinking and tell he has taken 2 steps back about this protest.
No. I'm still supporting it 100%. But listen, it's always enjoyable to be with you. It's always fantastic to have healthy discourse. I'll let somebody else jump on because you said
no, we're going to conclude very soon. But I think Andrew is very angry because he's rightly so. All I can ask to everybody is that, not focus only on Nkunku didn't score or Robert Sanchez is bad. It's the whole organization. But let's not just point one finger on.
I'm
Listen,
gonna hop
God bless you all.
out.
I've got to go. I'll speak to you later.
Yes.
Yes,
Mr.
I'm gonna
Andrew.
hop
back.
out.
You
I
hear
just
me?
want to make a quick point here, and I'll hop out because
Okay.
I have to actually go. So I mean, Mark was interrupting me left and right, but Mark is coming from a good place, and God bless his heart. Oh my God, Mark, you know best. But what I'm telling you is this: that we as football fans we care about the footballing aspect of the
Of
whole
course.
game. I know Andrew and the rest are going to go out there and do the other things because that is also another focus where we say that, you can say that these owners are not helping or they're doing this, but I think it's a futile endeavor. The thing is more about what happens on the field, and if what happens on the field is not going well. If it's going well, we all talk about the fact that we have our Chelsea back, and much of the credit was actually pointed at the coach. And if we are not doing well, the blame should go to him first, before you go to these owners who have not necessarily shirked their responsibility of investing in the football club. They have done their bit. The players that we purchased, some have potential, but you can't just win with potential. And some were just rubbish and they were just waste of money. We have to cut our losses and go find in the future better players who are athletes who can really go out there and do the job, and find a coach that understands this league and understand what it takes to win this league and be a little bit unpredictable, because this coach is very predictable. The Leicester fans said it to us: you will win some, but when it starts falling apart, it is miserable. And I think we are really, really facing that situation right now. You cannot tell me that this has nothing to do with this coaching of this team, because they can't be just that horrible like this after the first half of the season. So I'll leave you guys here. I was listening in the car. Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you
the
so much,
opportunity,
my
Oz.
brother.
Enjoy
Thank you.
your
I'll
weekend,
see you
bro.
soon.
All for love here, okay? We are passionate about our club, nothing personal. So thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for helping the show. And
Ox, let me ask one question and bid farewell.
yes, sir.
That's okay. I know this is your last you said this is the last minute. So yeah, I'll ask one question and I'll say good evening to everyone because I also have to take off. I want you guys to take this as a take home assignment. Which coach do you think gave Cole Palmer a chance? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and see you on the next one.
Pochettino,
Cheers.
you are the reason why
Pochettino.
Sancho is not performing.
He dropped the nuke and he left. All right,
So for you,
Pochettino.
Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
Pochettino gave him a chance. Yeah, good. Le Français, are you still there or you?
Yes, I am. As
Yes,
soon as you
sir.
gave me the mic, everything just glitched out.
Okay, let's
But,
go.
oh.
Let's go. Empty your pocket and
Yes.
conclude your side, and then I'm gonna conclude with People's Republic. You've been
All right,
waiting
no
for
problem.
an hour, so stay. You're gonna
pretty
close
much-
the shop, Mr. People's Republic.
Yeah,
Le Français, Dave,
I pretty much
go.
want to say, a lot of great people have already said what was in my mind, even, But
Yeah.
I would say we shouldn't be here overthinking for the past 2 hours about the owners, the directors, and this and that. Yes, they've done mistakes as well, but if we talking about we want our Chelsea back, let's go back to how we used to do it. When Ibrahimovic was losing games, nobody went at Ibrahimovic that he wasted money here and there, so Ibrahimovic needs to go. We kept it simple. He would land a helicopter and fire the coach.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that. So it's the same thing that's happening right now. Maresca has been fined out. This is the Premier League. Leicester City warned us. Look at Pochettino. He had a bad start. And then when he got fined out, he changed something at the most crucial part, the right place at the right time. And we pick up points.
Yeah.
And let me even predict this, Mr. Oaks, right? Because when you look at the Premier League table, right?
Mhm.
City might drop points versus Liverpool. Who else is on top of us? Newcastle versus what was the name? But if you look at the way the table is looking, right?
Mhm.
Today we are fighting. Tomorrow, when we pick up points, we find ourselves third and fourth. All of a sudden, we're gonna forget about the entire biggest
I
problem in
think we've
Chelsea
been
Football
very
Club.
lucky because everybody else been poor, though.
Yes.
I don't think everything is coming from us. So
No.
Maresca coming out to say, "Oh, we spent almost the entire season in top four," and claiming as if that was some kind of trophies or some kind of victory. Look at the teams around us. Like, we've been losing, and other teams losing. That's why
Are losing
we
too.
found.
Yeah, the Premier League has become very difficult. There's this trending going on in the Premier League that I believe that we big clubs we are refusing to accept. But the top six or the six from the 22nd or the 21st club, they've improved. The Premier League has become harder. Look at where Manchester United is. Look at how Arsenal dropped points to West Ham. Look at how even Liverpool drew with Nottingham Forest. Things have become harder. And then we as Chelsea fans, we need to know when is the right time to want to make this protest and get angry. And we need to also know when is the right time that we need to support the club, which is the squad that we currently have. But at the moment, Maresca has been fined out. And as he has been fined out, he's trying to change things. Losing is not helping. I agree. But we shouldn't overthink and kick the entire owners out of the club, because who else is going to buy us?
Francais, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that the standard and the culture is set by the manager? The manager chooses the team. The manager
No.
Hang on. Let me finish. The manager chooses the style of play. The manager sets the culture, and the manager sort of like dictates where the level is, what level he's on, what he wants to play. So if the manager, when they're doing well, they're winning, well, was the top number 2, blah blah, then comes out and says, "No, but this is a work in progress. We first only gonna top in 2 years. We're not supposed to be up here." If he sets that tone, if it sets that low standard, is he responsible for then when the team collapses afterwards because mentally those players have gone down?
I think
The
Mark
manager
should answer to that question, because he doesn't
I'm
want
even say this,
anybody to
right?
touch the manager. But when you
Manager.
come with a defeated mentality like that, and you put wrong players, the wrong positions, I don't think we should blame everything on the owners.
Thank you.
Somebody
Look,
is
Mr.
making
Oaks.
decisions on the field.
Last season, right? Pochettino was playing Cowell as a left back.
Exactly.
We didn't pick up points until he started playing Cucurella at his rightful position.
Yeah.
You see? So it is
we
on
were
the
blaming
manager.
Pochettino, and now
It is on the manager.
You don't touch Enzo
I
Maresca.
would even
It's
say this,
all
People
on the
Republic.
owners. Come on, man.
People's Republic, right? The owners try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by
Okay.
bringing in young players
Mhm.
and trying to find a sneaky way to maybe win the Premier League or lift up a trophy or something. That was the most difficult way to go and compete in the Premier League. Look at the way they've taken care of this window transfer. That tells you everything right there. We have no bench. You want to develop a team at the same time trying to make top 4? Yes, that's what the owners have made. But we could say that we still have at least a strong squad. Now this is the strongest squad we've ever had since these owners took over. Pochettino didn't have this, and then what did our coach do?
But one vital
What did
thing:
our
no,
coach do?
no
He
experience
went
and
and loaned
no
Joao
leader.
Felix.
No experience, no leader in this big squad.
Yes,
But
there's
the
no
problem
leader.
is the manager who got rid
But the
of
manager could have done
experience.
something with it.
Ben
He
Chilwell
could have
is a
done something
Champions
with it.
League winner.
Pochettino went to all
And
finals.
you have Joao Felix, who is whatever what you think about him, but he's
Pochettino
still
went
kind
to
of
all
senior
finals with
and
injuryless.
good player.
Mr. Oaks, Pochettino went to all finals with injury players, and he said Chelsea is all about winning trophy. And now we have a coach who's here saying they didn't hire me to win trophy and win top 4.
There you
Come
go.
on now. If you're talking about we want our Chelsea back, this helicopter will have landed the same day at the training ground.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even think about it. The coach has been found out.
So let me ask another
terrible.
question. Does he the coach, obviously the transfer window is closed, but if he's still there after the summer, does he then go and find some more young players or back on loan, or does he go and find some experienced players or journeymen, whatever type there
You're talking
for
to
the
a
Premier
manager?
League? Yeah,
Look,
manager.
when it comes to the transfer, I haven't figured out yet if our coaches decide the kind of players they want. But one thing I know is our directors bring the players for the coach to use. Because if we should go there and spend 100 million on who he wants and then the player doesn't perform, it's waste of money. I, as an owner, I'll be mad. Why did you have me spend 100 million on this player and that player just for
And
you
you're
to
not
not lift a
playing
trophy?
him.
You know, so if the owners give him players to use to win, and then we are outside of the top 4, that is on the directors as well. But when you look at the squad depth that we had, Joao Felix, and so many more players around, and then he decided not to use them, that is not on the owners. That is on the coach.
He forced the
because he's
owners and the sporting
one-dimensional.
director to get rid of them because he's not using them. They are frustrated. They are paid a lot of money every single week, and they have to keep some kind of values. That's why it's not like the sporting director decided overnight after buying somebody 6 or 5 months earlier.
And even this,
to get
Mr.
rid.
People Republic, 2024, when you look at the bench, right, and then we were like second, and we were third. It made sense. We all as players, we the fans, we had confidence. Like, yes, we could make it to the top 4. Until January transfer came, and everybody went on a loan. And now we are all worried because we know we have no bench.
Yep.
Whose fault is that? Is it the directors? No. It's because this manager decided not to use the players that was available to him.
Exactly. So,
But what did he expect the owners to do? Go and buy more players? That is not his position.
But
that's not a manager's position to decide to buy more players.
Was he interested in the players that he met, and what were they doing to assist the situation? If maybe he didn't want Joao Felix and you bring Joao Felix, would you blame Maresca for bringing Joao Felix to the football club?
So I'm going to post tonight the contradictions from Enzo Maresca. Watch on the green turf. I'm going to put together all his interview and what he said, like why he contradicts himself all the time. The first interview, he was here in the US during preseason where he said, I don't believe that any team in the world, any manager is not part of the transfer, and I am part of the transfer. I'm gonna put a compilation of this to say how he comes out to say that yes, he also accepts those transfer, or he's been consulted, and he's part of the transfer. So, like defending him now to say that they are just bringing players and not listening to him is kind of contradicted.
But you know it's a trend. It's a trend. The same thing happened to Porter. The same thing happened to Poch. Contradiction, because there is a PRO job you have to do as a coach.
He accepted to be that. He accepted to be in that
That's
position.
why I'm saying that
Maresca
wanted to build his resume.
He wanted
Resume.
to do something for
Mhm.
himself. So for him to come here, it was a good thing for nobody will reject Chelsea. But the fact is, why would the owners put the standard so low that we were looking at Ipswich coach, we're also looking at De Zerbi, and we're also looking at Maresca. At that point, he was the better option. We had no other option. If Zidane was in the picture, what is the German guy, not Hans Flick,
Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann, he saw them not to be serious
And
because at a point,
Enrique also. Luis
at a
Enrique
point,
had
yeah,
an
Enrique
interview.
came
And
in.
But
they
Mr.
decided.
Mark,
Nobody
right?
told us why Enrique didn't accept they said he wasn't. You know the word they used. They said Enrique is not somebody they are looking into because he cannot help them with the module or the project or whatever. So I have an issue because Enrique was a good coach who could have come in and turn things around. So these guys have a way of doing so many things, and at the end of the day, the attention will be on the coaches. That's why I have a problem that this guy Potter has been able to beat Arsenal with West Ham. West Ham that we have a very stronger, squad more
West
than
Ham,
them. They were able to
West Ham
But
always
we
beats
defeated
Liverpool.
West
they,
Ham.
they were
We
able to
defeated
beat
West Ham.
Arsenal. They were able to beat Arsenal in
Football is a
um
funny
in the
game, huh?
Emirates.
We
But
But
beat
he
West
failed to
Ham,
beat
and
them
West
when he
Ham
was in Chelsea.
beat Arsenal. So
What
But
is it?
the project at West Ham and Chelsea is two different
yeah,
things.
No,
Let,
but the
let me
point
tell
I'm
you.
trying to make is when
Hmm.
things are going bad, you understand. When things are going bad, we tend to blame coaches. And Maresca can also have an argument that, you know what, I was winning games because when we started the league, I had all my boys around. Fofana was there, Lavia was there, everyone was there. Now those players are injured. They are not there. So he can also
Pochettino
make
had
an
more
argument
injuries, bro.
about that.
We're gonna
Look
just
at
turn
Tottenham.
and find him excuses.
Look
At some
at
Let
point,
me
you have
learn,
to
please.
accept the
hold
Let
on,
me
fact
look
that
learn
at
this
because Mr.
guy
Tottenham.
Oaks
is
has to leave.
limited.
Hold on, Oaks. Look at Tottenham when their goalie, what is the name? The Italian guy,
Vicario.
Vicario.
Vicario and Odogi and all those guys,
Yeah, and the
Madison and
Van de
all those
Ven
guys.
was
They were
injured and
losing
all that. Yeah.
left and
So
right.
what
But
the point you try to make? Which we
look at their
understand, my
performance
brother. We
after these guys
understand
came back from
injuries
injury.
always are part of the game. But with the players that you have, you can still find a setup, a way of playing them, and
Yeah,
you play
today he
people
made
out
a
of
change.
positions.
Today he made a change, and we still lost. Today he made a change.
We lost because of a
That's why I
mistake.
was so mad that during the January transfer, as we were busy trying to get somebody up front for the team, we were busy buying a French guy. That guy, how many games has he played?
The French
Ever since
guy,
where is
which
he right now?
Nkunku. You talking about Nkunku?
Amagulu, or what is the name?
Oh, the
Amugu,
17-year-old or 18-year-old or something.
Yeah,
Amugu,
where is he now? Where is
Training.
Matisse
where is
Amugu, yeah.
my boy from Boca Junior? This boy.
Anselmino.
Anselmino, where is he? That's why sometimes you need to complain about what is going on. You said you are
But
building a
are you gonna
project.
blame? Are you gonna blame the owners for not using Anselmino, or are you
Do
gonna
we know
blame the manager?
what they are talking about? Do we know what we are talking about behind the scenes? That is something we
It's
don't know.
becoming so confusing. Let's close the show.
Mr. Oaks, let
Why
me
would
learn,
we
please.
know that the owners are involved with player selection? Because when Potter was there, they were able to go to the dressing room. So I can suspect them that they can impose players on the coach. If you are an owner and you are able to go to the dressing room, which you are not supposed to do it, I can
Phantom
assume
of
that you
many
can do
topics is
everything.
asking for
But
Ten Hag to
learn,
come and
please.
take over at Chelsea. Ten Hag
Let me say
in.
my last.
Ten Hag.
No way.
Ten Hag
Mr.
in.
Oaks,
Okay,
let
let les
let me
Français,
say
let
my
les Français
last sentences, please.
les Français Dave
Yes.
empty
yes.
his pocket and say goodbye, and
Yes.
then we're gonna go to Mark, and I say that People's Republic to close the show. 5
Yes.
minutes to
Let
go.
me say.
Les Français,
Let me say this,
straight
right?
to the point.
Everyone, please. Let me say this. Yeah.
Yes.
If you the Chelsea owners right now, right?
Mm.
And then you look out what position we were when you first bought the club, and then where we are right now, you know, you can easily say what they believe that the process is making progress.
Exactly.
They believe that what they are doing is making progress. All they have to do is get rid of the little dead woods left and right and reinforce that with better players. That's it.
For me, I will sack the sporting directors first and go from there.
No,
Because
for
I don't
me,
think
they
they're
need
gonna
to
get
sack
them out.
themselves
If you
first.
sack the sporting director, right? Let me just say this: who gave these owners these project ideas? Because first of all, we know they don't know football. There's no
They
way they
know
just
about money.
came up with it.
They know something about money.
You know
That's why
what?
they are
Abramovich
billionaires.
didn't know
Mm-hmm.
much about football, okay?
You
He
see,
didn't even
so
know
it's
who
somebody who
Drogba
gave
was.
it to them.
But what he did was he was able to use his money, set the standard for you as a coach. I want you to win this and that. If you don't win it, you are out of my football club. So if you know you are an owner, you don't know anything about soccer, as they call it in America, and they call it
No,
football.
no,
You
no.
4-4-3.
have no idea.
Abramovich
4-4-3.
Abramovich did a smart thing. He went and stole the sporting director for Man United and put him at Chelsea.
Exactly. He
And that's what
was
he
buying
did.
players. He asked them, I need this player from Real Madrid. Madrid is a top club, but we're able to get players from Madrid. He set the standard for you. He doesn't know anything
Thank
about
you, Mr.
soccer.
Oaks. You
The
please
Yes,
get
standard
some
is
rest.
this.
I'm very
I'll
hungry. I
talk to
have
you
to
another
make
time.
some food for the
Mr.
family.
Francis,
Le
I'll be
Français,
honest.
how,
Before
how's the
before we
baby?
I'll
come,
see
How,
you
how's
another
the
time,
baby?
Mr. Mark.
Le
Please take
Français,
care.
how's the
Oh
baby?
yeah, Le Français Dave.
How is the
It was
baby?
nice
Le
talking to you,
Français, he's
brother.
gone.
how is
Enjoy
the
your
Oh, the
baby?
weekend.
baby's good. Baby's good, huh?
Good,
Oh
good,
my
man.
goodness. Let me tell you what the baby did today. Since he was playing too much,
Okay.
he accidentally pressed the remote, and then I turned it back on. It's freaking 2-1. The yelling that I
He's a
did,
genius.
I
He's a
screamed my
genius.
lungs out.
Because he didn't want you to see that.
I swear, like
Football is evil sometimes. I made my son cry because of this.
you
Football
That's
know
is
there
good.
are
evil.
certain
Okay.
Anyway,
But
guys,
that's
brothers
have a
good
great
though.
you
evening.
know it
He
will
Yeah.
saved
reverse
you
football.
from heart attack, man. He's the man in the house. He's the man in the house. Thank you
Oh,
so much, Le
shame,
Français Dave.
shame.
Um,
But I was watching the game and I was watching the game 1-0, and that second half way they start playing. So, for me, it looks like I've seen this movie before. You could just see what was
You can
happening,
smell it. You
and you
can
just smell it.
smell
You
it.
could see it, and when they started making all these bad passes, and then not backtracking. And the moment our friend old Gusto, they decided it was going to be Gusto, and it 1-1, and you knew just okay. When's the 2-1 coming? When's the 2-1 coming? Yes, Jurgensen made a good save, and then 3 seconds later he made the blunder of all blunders. Not even Sanchez makes those kind of blunders.
that one
But
I had hard
but
time even to defend him.
yeah, even me, I looked at it, I said, oh, the poor guy, man, he had such a good game, and then you make such a
Yeah.
blunder. It must be heart-wrenching. But if the manager has got any balls, he's
And you
going to
know
play him
what?
again. You play him again next game.
Play him. That's what I want to see. That you spot on there. You don't leave him out because we are tight, boy.
And where is my boy Achampong? Achampong play one game with a blunder and that's it. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't consider that even his blunder or
I would
his
play him a right
mistake.
back.
I'm
I
not
would play him
gonna
a right back.
blame him for
Right
that.
back instead of Gusto. Achampong.
I'm not gonna really blame him for that goal that we conceded because he was there. And since then, and that's why, Mark, you are answering to your own questions, right? Like the manager can see, you can see from where you are. We all know what bloody Malo Gusto is gonna do in the far post. We know, everybody knows. For years, me and you, we've been discussing about far post, Malo Gusto losing his man. But the manager continues. He's going to play him out of position sometime. When he plays him from that position, nobody is reminding him, hey, watch out. Don't let him.
I know
do it.
saying a lot,
And
but
Anchampong is on the bench. Okay.
Let me tell you something.
And he doesn't do anything. So don't come here and blame the owners.
You remember when these owners took over, me and you and some few brothers were fighting with our own community for victimizing some of our players. And I don't know how this guy, the Senegalese goalie, what's the name?
Mendy.
If Mendy was here, I don't know what would have happened by now. The clean sheet he would have kept. But
what? All the blunders the guy was making again. What are you talking about?
He was criticized for no reason.
No, what are you talking about? All the goals. Wait, Mark. Be honest. Remember all those blunders he was making was trying to play out the back, passing to the opposite striker. Mondi, yes, this is why he got dropped.
Okay,
The
Come on.
problem also,
so we got rid of Mandy and we got Mandy
worse than
2.0.
Mendy, right?
We got
Listen,
Sanchez.
there is no one goalkeeper in this world that will be 100%. Even
Of
back in the
course.
day with
Only Kepa. We have to bring back Kepa. That's the only.
You're taking the discussion somewhere else. I know you
What?
are just, that is a banter, but that is another topic.
No, we're
Nobody's
going to
going
bring
to be
back
perfect.
Kepa.
Nobody's going to be perfect.
By the way, before I go, but in this second half, I've just been thinking about it. The reason why they collapsed or went downhill is pretty obvious. I didn't know why I didn't even think about this. Because he played Reece James in midfield, his excellent first half, and the second half his legs were gone. Did you notice that he was unable to run back? He was so stiff, and this is how they got overrun. He should have subbed him off long before, not let him play for so long. As we know, his legs are made out of Weetabix, and he was just tired. So the experiment was good, but he played him way too long. He should have brought on fresh, young legs long before. And I think this is the mistake he made there. He was being too faithful to his captain. Maresca is his own worst enemy. He's too loyal to some of these players. Some of these players, they need a kick up the backside. You know what? You're not performing. Yes, you're a big gun. You're Cole Palmer. You're Sanchez, or you whoever you are. What big name this team? You're not. Your name is not bigger than I can drop you from this team, put you on the bench. Other teams do this, and this is maybe what they need. Some of this. You bring in. You got all these young players. At this point of the game, you might as well start playing some of the young guys. The ones we hardly hear of. The Georges and whoever. Give them a chance. Why not? What have you got to lose? At least you're preparing them for next season. They'll hit the ground running. They'll have some Premier League experience in the game, but not like you then come next season, throw them into a game, get one game, one small mistake, we never hear them from them again. What kind of nonsense is that? You've got to give these young guys at least 3 or 4 games, as Mr. Oaks has always said. You can't just give him 25 minutes and say, okay, this is your chance. And then if you don't deliver, so you finished. You're gone to Strasbourg or wherever the hell they send them. This is just, it's nonsense. If you buy the young players, then play them.
Yeah, okay, we're
Very
going to
good.
conclude there.
Yeah,
Mark, you
let
wanted to
me
finish?
add something to what my brother was saying. Nobody would like to come here and say something bad about the owners personally. Like, I don't even know them. They haven't done anything bad to me. The only trauma they are putting me in is every weekend I have to go through all these things for the past 3 years. And if people say that when they took over our football club was down, that's never true. When they were coming to take over our football club, we were
in the
Champions
League.
We were European champions. There were some structures. They chose to, come in and run their own thing. And for them to even come out that they sack TT by mistake, she'll tell you that in the beginning they caused this mistake. What how do we call the name? People's Republic was saying is, you are trying to build something. You have to be honest with the fans. If the owners should come out one day that, hey, fans, we know you are angry. We are not going to buy players anyhow. We are going to maintain all these boys. We want them to play for a very long time. Let them play together. Bring Angelo. Angelo is already gone, so we can't talk about Angelo. Bring Ogechukwu. Bring Santos. Bring Paez. Bring the other boy.
And
Esteval. Bring them together. Let them play for like 3 years, continuous. Get them some few experienced players to mentor these guys. And we don't expect you to put pressure on them. We know we are all together. This is what we want the football club to go. Please bear with us. We might not win anything. We might win something.
If you say something, we might not win anything. They're gonna tell you to get out of here. Listen, bro, I'm very hungry.
If you tell people that, this is our honest opinion.
No, the honest opinion. No, you don't come up with this kind of speech.
No, tell them.
What you're telling me now is what Maresca been telling us. We are not a top 4.
Because there are so many.
You are Maresca's brother.
I'm coming. Because there are so many activities going on. That's why people are mad. Because if you are building a project and you brought an 18-year-old boy from France, and we don't know what
you have to stop buying.
That's what I'm saying, that they have to promise the fans that we are not going to buy anymore. If we have to buy, we will buy experienced put them among these young boys, let them play for 2-3 years and see the results. Everybody will just keep they will keep the F up. But I also want to assure Bobby. Bobby is somebody I highly respect. I listen to him most of the time. We have been on the same show. I don't expect him to think that the protest that is going on is basically for only the owners. People are going for the protest based on so many things. Me, if I was there, my question to the owners is, what are you trying to achieve? Others will go because of Maresca. Others will go because of the sporting directors. Let's all come together as one body.
Okay,
Let's
Mark,
try to solve
go
the
eat
situation.
something.
If
You
the
are
owners are
tired.
the
I'm
problem,
tired. People's Republic is bedtime. Let him go. My
exactly.
brothers, I'm gonna just say take McKean for the last 2 minutes because he was here on and off, and Mr. McKean closed the shop. We are out here. Empty your pocket first. I'm not rushing you, and we are out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another day, and another loss. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
another
this is what
L.
we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
that's who we are, mate. Yeah.
Mid. That's what we are. Mid.
So what
And we
was
are
the
in the
problem?
mid.
Like according to your observation today, what was wrong?
Now you remember, I'm very cynical, I didn't watch today's game. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
The last few games, yeah, I've been checking out lately, to be honest, Ogs. I've checked out from my health is very important. I'm starting
Yeah,
to
your
realize.
health is more important than this.
Yeah, man, I'm in my 30s now, man. Shit's serious, man. Uh, yeah, I've taken a break from Chelsea, because there's nothing serious here going on.
Can
Because
we
if you
can
look
we
at the
get top
defense,
four? Can we get top four?
oh, no way, no way, no way, no way. And if you look at the defense here, remember I told you, you think I hate Chalobah.
Mm-hmm.
How does it, how you like that, innit? How does it
No,
feel?
today he was injured, but we put Tosin. What
Uh,
happened with Tosin?
uh,
When he was there, we
uh.
didn't concede though.
So Chalobah's been excellent, yeah, since
No,
he's
no, no,
come
no,
back,
no.
yeah?
I never said that. I said he's a
Oh,
solid player, but also the structure didn't help. Today he got
oh,
injured
okay.
before we conceded. So, are you gonna say anything about Tosin?
Have
Or
you
is
not?
Chalobah left the disease? That's why Tosin was poor.
You see, the rotation of Tosin has been interrupted, and to be honest, yeah, since Chalobah's got back, he hasn't had better games than Tosin. Let's not do that. And two, look how we defended, yeah, and look how Aston Villa defended, yeah. They knew something that we didn't.
Like what? Explain, please.
The way they trapped Chalobah, yeah, because he didn't play bad today. Like in the beginning, the way they trapped him, yeah, they lured him in for that to happen to him because he was overstretching. Even from before the injury, they trapped him. And I have a big feeling, yeah,
Mhm.
that the Sashi had a big thing to do with that. I feel like it was a big setup. Chalobah was gonna have a natural good game, but tactically something happened in our defense for him to end up being like that. That's what I think. Maybe it's my conspiracy brain, maybe. But
I respect your opinion. This is a game of opinions. People got their opinions. What is happening with Christopher Nkunku? Do you still rate him, or you think that the position is killing him?
Nkunku is a good player, But the thing is, we're not gonna. He's not going to shine at Chelsea.
Why?
It's not going to happen because his best position, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been playing well when he plays in the 8. Every time he drops, there was a time where he even looked like he was a 6,
Yeah.
and
Most
he
of the
played
time,
well.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, most of the time, like naturally he positions himself there without even knowing.
Or
But
probably the manager asked him to go there to number 6. That's the problem. Because
you would,
Maresca
you
is
can't
like,
ask.
you do what I'm telling you. If you don't do, you don't
Yeah,
play. Today he played as a winger and it wasn't good. But of course, we all gonna focus on he didn't do good, but the entire structure kind of betrayed many players. So
yeah,
another
yeah.
question: what is happening to Malo Gusto?
Oh, that's my boy, man. The system is doing a number on him because it's
Today he
making
didn't
Reece James.
invert though. Today
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
didn't.
invert. He plays like a
Yeah,
traditional fullback, but lost his man as most of the time. He does that often.
yeah.
Like lose his man, loss of focus, and then boom,
He's
far
still a
post
young player,
open.
you know. He's still a baby. And
Okay.
and the thing is, yeah, when you have these guys, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
that are outperforming guys like Reece James, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're not used to being responsible for the team or being better than the man that's responsible for the team.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they do rash things or like overplay the ball. It's experience and responsibility. Then it takes time to learn that, and it takes space as well.
Yeah,
And to be
we
honest,
have a lot
we
of
don't
young
have that.
players that need to learn. Probably everybody. That's why
Yeah.
we needed like some odd players to kind of help them grow. And the last question, because I wanna leave and try to cook something. What is happening with Cole Palmer?
Outside of him being a future Ballon d'Or English winning player,
Mm.
I feel like even when he plays bad, he plays good. Guys like that shouldn't be criticized. He should be
Today also he
protected.
missed like some clear chances though.
Yeah, he
And
also
played
made 34
often for
chances.
him. He played
Yeah,
mostly today for himself. Like he was
yeah, I
so
don't blame
desperate
him.
to win,
Yeah,
to score that he
yeah,
forgot to play for the team.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
don't
this
blame
is a
him.
player that's created. No, I wouldn't blame a player that's created 34 chances in the last 4 games and no one can score. It's a
Okay.
reflection on the team, my friend.
So where we go from here, my brother? Give me you've been negative
Uh,
today. Give me something good so I can go with it. All
bro,
the
we
football in a
lost. We
positive
lost,
way.
and we shouldn't have lost. And the thing is, I've been warning from early. The midfield. Andrew Santos, a good chuku. Change it.
Exactly.
Someone,
Exactly.
Felix. What do?
Yeah.
You get rid of him. Like there's
Yeah.
too much branding. There's too much marketing. There's too much microwaveness going on. That
Yeah.
we
I
end up with
agree.
nothing.
Right now, imagine if we had Felix and we have even um, Vega,
Yeah.
they show energy, they show passion on the pitch. We don't even have that anymore. Energy, passion, this little shithousery. You need
No,
those little one.
you got your Enzo, innit? You got your Enzo Fernandez. Remember, you defended him, innit?
Listen, Enzo Fernandez, listen, if I speak about that brother, I always get like insulted.
Sorry, I had
Like
to. I
I
had
got
to.
like abuse on social media. Every time you touch that brother, he's perfect. Like
Yeah.
everybody else is gonna be blamed, but because of that typing today, he's gonna live with that for the entire season. He's the only guy who is doing everything. Look at his goal, and everybody else is bad. But if you ask yourself, you're a midfielder, how many tackles do you have? Did you help us from the midfield? Did you help us defensively? What did you do? And you
And
start going there,
yeah,
and then people start
yeah.
abusing you because you don't know anything about football. You are a clown, you have an agenda, blah blah blah. But for anybody else, we are allowed to go and criticize
Oh,
and insult.
Caicedo's crap. Oh, he can only defend here and there. Oh, he's not all that. He's crap. Oh, even though he's been the best midfielder for us for so long. Oh, he's crap. Oh, Enzo in him. Oh, the 200 million down the drain. Oh, if Enzo's crap, then he's crap too.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the fan base.
It is
Yeah,
what
it's
it is,
just
my brother. Listen, man, I'm gonna be
yeah,
back here
fair.
tomorrow morning for another therapy session because I need to talk to people to get my frustration out of the system. So tomorrow
Yeah,
morning, probably I'm gonna be back here again. Thank you. Blessings to you and your
yeah.
family. All right. Peace, man.
Peace.
Peace, my brother. All right, people. I'm gonna have to leave now. I've been saying that for the last 30 minutes, but this time I am going. Let me read one comment from Andrew. Henry, not Henry. Henry. Let's wait tomorrow briefing. Maresca returns the full support of ownership He's ahead of schedule, and they believe he's gonna do good things at Chelsea. No sense. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get, brother. We support him. He's making progress. We are doing fantastic. That's what we are waiting from those clowns. I'm done, people. Go walk your dog out. Love your family. Have a good dinner, good night, good morning, whatever time it might be in your location. I will see you tomorrow.